very like what is that called? Appropriate.
Yeah. Poop talk just kind of seeps out sometimes.
Say before I think.
You know my rule.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, the words just come out like diarrhea.
So actually, I mean, like some of the things I want to talk about, like that's when I want to get like that background information. You know, like how you guys individually got into hardcore, how you guys met, how you guys became a band.
Oh, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like
That's the fun stuff.
That
like
was the juicy.
it's really interesting to me because like some of the you know hardest people you see in hardcore, you know, you talk to them and they got their start in like 6th grade band. I was a band geek. You know what I mean?
Something random.
You know, something like that where it's like, and you look at that person and you're like, you know, they're like, yeah, I used to get like beat up and I started out playing the clarinet, you know, and then got into, you know, like their grandpa, somebody bought them a guitar and next thing you know, they're on, you know, stage covered in tattoos and a head cracker. You know what I mean?
You make the like transition.
Exactly. So to me, the history is always very interesting, especially the individual, because to me that kind of helps, you know, to build that culture where we all came from.
Yeah.
Because we didn't all come from the streets.
Right.
We weren't all.
No, we're all.
It's more like relatable.
We weren't
A lot
all
of people can relate to
homeless,
that
and
stuff.
you know, like me. I was homeless from the age of 16 to 22, and you know, I'm grateful for all that stuff because I mean, I used to be really bitter. I used to be a really fucking bitter person.
Yeah.
You know, about my plight in life. You know, because it was like this.
Yeah, you can tunnel vision.
You know, I didn't want to look that other people went through hardship and other people, you know, were you know, going through the very same things I was, you know, going through, and I just wanted to be all about me.
You're more focused on like being mopey about it than
Yeah, exactly.
sympathetic to. Like,
Well, you know what?
what's going on.
It was safe.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
because
much,
all you
it's
knew.
much safer than changing and having
Oh.
to realize and
Yeah.
you know
It's like a weird way to cope.
do that deep introspection. A lot of people go through it.
There's
you know?
nothing scary.
Yeah, that
than
happens
change.
in life.
Yeah.
You know, where it's like, you know, you're here and it sucks, but then you look at the alternative of having to, you know, take a look at yourself and change things about yourself and change things about your surroundings. And you're like, fuck that, I'm gonna stay here.
Yeah.
You know, I'm gonna stay in this chaos because at least it's warm and comfortable.
Your little bubble.
You know what I mean?
I feel that.
Life has its way of forcing change, though. That's for sure.
Exactly, yeah.
It always helps when you meet people that remind you you're not alone.
You know, and
That's important.
Yeah.
That's why music's fucking sick.
you know where
Yeah.
where I try to be relatable. I try to, you know, share that history about myself, you know, because of the fact that I want people to, you know, I want to be approachable. I don't ever want to not.
Yeah, you want
Be
people to feel
approachable.
comfortable around you to be able to share whatever they
You
need
know.
to share. Yeah.
So I share all aspects of my life, the dirty and the gritty, but also the good side of it, the positive, how I came out of it, how I overcame it. You know, I mean, by the age of 17, I you know, by the age of 17, I was shot. You know, I've been stabbed, fucking stuffed in trunks, and me and my friend Clint were like held hostage by these two guys with shotguns, and
Oh shit.
you know what I mean? And then, but then there's the good side of it where I overcame addiction, I overcame alcoholism, you know, and learned how to function in society and be productive. You know what I mean? And it, you know, there was a lot of indirect things that I didn't even know were going to happen, like, you know, being able to go into an active crime scene and pull ex-fighting dogs, you know, dogs that were being fought out of it, because I ran a nonprofit for 15 years.
Oh yeah.
You know, that specialized in bully breeds. And so, I mean, you know, it prepared me to do stuff like that, or it prepared me to be a good friend to somebody that was suffering through addiction or alcoholism. But it also gave me that balance of being able to just, you know, be calm in the face of, you know, like, people can be in my face talking shit to me, it doesn't bother me.
Yeah.
It's like, because I think about my life and I'm like, you know, this person's at war with themselves right now.
Right.
Yeah.
It has nothing to do with me. I just happen to be here.
You're
and
more empathetic about like what people
I
could
get
be
it.
going
I understand.
through. Yeah.
I understand what you're going through. That's
Yeah.
why I post a lot of that stuff about, you know, when we look at somebody going through trials in life and we see weakness, it's because we're at war with something inside of ourselves.
Yeah. It's like your internal
You know
anger.
what I mean?
Yeah.
Because if we're truly okay and we're on a good plane of existence, we're gonna see how we can be like, I'm not trying to fix you, I'm not trying to solve your problems, but if you need to bounce it off
You're just
somebody,
here.
I'm here.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know?
that's it.
It's nice to have somebody that's like understanding about stuff like that.
You know, and so that's what I've tried to do this year. You know, but that's the way I kind of feel, I guess, is that right now, hardcore, not just in Detroit, but hardcore in general, you know, it's like sometimes, you know what, maybe they just want to be at odds right now. Maybe it's not something that needs to be fixed.
Right.
You know, maybe it's something that needs to work itself out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's life in general in a lot of ways.
You know, so it's like, I almost, you know, kind of take a look at myself and, you know, I got all excited, you know, at 10 for 10 and now I'm going to start booking shows again. And I guess I had this like little script of what I thought was going to happen and it didn't happen.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can never like truly predict.
So,
No, yeah.
and that's the difference in, you know, the old me and the new me where now I'm just like, okay, you know.
You just gotta roll with it.
Time to roll with the punches, man.
Time to, not time to give up. I mean, I think it was time for hardcore carriers to take a rest.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? But at the same time, it's like, okay, I'm going to be a part of hardcore for the rest of my life, so how do I better use my energy?
Mm-hmm.
You know?
Yeah. Where can you like direct that?
Exactly. Where I think a lot of people thought I was like, you know, fuck you, I'm done, I'm out of here, you can all suck my dick. That's not it at all. It was, how do I better utilize my time and my energy?
Right.
Yeah.
You know?
Or how can you even do it?
Exactly. Is there anything, or do I just need to stick to my camera? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Well, definitely more collaboration and shows is always needed. Like, there's a lot of bands that are coming around and playing shows all the time. So, I mean, it was cool to see the 10 for 10, and we had a different show yesterday as well.
There are tons of shows that happened literally just yesterday.
And there was more shows than just these two shows, yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
You have, it's just like, it's so hard to keep up with everything that's going on in the scene right now. But because the scene is growing at such a huge rate, and because there's all of these new bands that are coming out, there's all these new EPs dropping, there's all these new demos, there's all, it's like, and it's not gonna stop. So it's like, it's our job. Yeah, and it's like, it's our job to just keep up with it. You gotta roll with those punches. It's like, your scene's growing at such a fast rate. It's like, you can't forget about the bands that were there when the scene blew up. You can't forget about the bands that are no longer around, you know, that like still were there. Like, Leadhead, I know is a band out of Grand Rapids, great fucking band, but it's like they've only been around a year and then they stop.
I'm so interested in learning about these bands outside of Detroit.
Yeah.
You know, like, I don't know a lot about Grand Rapids, like, of course, Bitter Peace.
Bitter Truth.
Or Bitter Truth. Bitter Peace was, that was actually, Bitter Peace was actually a really good brand. Josh Barella.
Yeah.
He was in that with John Music, and TJ from Smash Your Enemies, Justin, the drummer of Poison Tongues. It didn't last very long, but it was really good.
Yeah.
It was a really good project. But yeah, like, I tried to, you know, I want to learn, and that's been one of my things, and I think that's one of those.
I mean, like, that's like what we've been doing. Like, literally, like, when we've been doing our like little tours, like, we played Cleveland, we've played Muskegon.
When did you guys play Cleveland?
Like, probably like within our first year.
Oh, okay.
That was over the winter.
We've played.
So how long have you guys been an actual band?
Playing shows for a year.
Yeah, just over a year.
Okay.
And
in February will be like 2 years of us like coming together.
Collaborating.
Yeah.
And actually like writing music.
Writing music.
We started in February with us.
Yeah.
It was a
and then
3-piece
Angel
at
joined
first,
in October to play bass.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was what.
Yeah, like, because I don't really know a lot about her, so, and
She's a mystery.
so how did you guys? I mean, how did you guys find her?
That's his sister.
That's his sister.
Oh, that's your sister.
It's his younger
Okay.
sister.
We would have band practice in their basement, and we would get frustrated because like we just.
The sound just wasn't right.
Yeah.
We don't have a bassist. We need a bassist.
It was so sharp.
It was
Everything
like-
about the music was so sharp at that point.
Yeah.
And like, it was like, he literally was like, my sister plays bass.
He's like, I'm
gonna go upstairs. I'll be right back.
It
And
was
like,
a very late epiphany that should have came much sooner
Yeah.
in the year.
Yeah.
I was literally shocked. He was like, "Oh my god, my Angel's upstairs. She plays bass." And I ran up and grabbed her. She was doing college homework. I was like, "Come on, just like a minute. Just like jam. Just come downstairs."
it was like you don't even have to learn.
whatever.
You don't even have to learn the songs, and then within like 10
She wasn't
minutes,
into
it was
it
like
at
you
first.
have to learn the songs.
I taught her like 3 riffs for like 3 songs.
Yeah.
And
She picked up right away.
Well, she's like the perfect bass player for it because she plays like metal and stuff like that. So she knows like
did
speed.
orchestra.
And,
Yeah, I mean,
like, technically.
that was like last night. I seen her getting ready, And I was like, oh, I guess they're going on now. I didn't know she played bass for whoever.
Yeah.
That's Repose, yeah.
Yeah, Repose.
And that's his
So.
brother and his sister.
Yeah, your
Not
brother plays guitar.
Yeah.
Yeah,
The Hulk
I could
Hogan
tell.
sweater.
I could tell.
Yeah.
I seen the resemblance.
It's there.
There's moments when like I'll look at one of them and be like, oh yeah, they are all related.
Yeah,
Exactly.
they definitely are all related.
Especially when you
That's
put
for
us
sure.
all together.
When they all
in a
play,
group.
they all play, like, the Morrisons will all play in a band together, and their dad will, like, sing, and then it'll be, like, him on guitar, her
Yeah.
on bass, or, like...
It's like a
him on
weird
drums.
Jackson 5 thing.
Yeah, it's like...
So,
Yeah.
so you play more than just drums.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you're like an actual musician.
I'm psycho. I don't agree with you. I obsess over sound.
Well, that's what I mean, though.
He's a
You
weirdo.
can play multiple. You can play multiple instruments. You can read tablature, things of that nature.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what
Thanks,
I mean.
musician. Appreciate
That's
it.
that's what I mean.
And that's
I
where
just-
I'm not.
That's where
'Cause
he's weird.
Because
Yeah.
I'm just like that.
Yeah,
Everything I know on a guitar is self-taught. I cannot.
That's exactly
what I
mean.
I know nothing about theory. Like if you put tablature in front of me, it would be like Sanskrit. I'm like I don't.
He was like trying to read Braille, like I don't.
Exactly.
Let me touch
It's
it.
like, you know where I don't know. Sounds hit me different.
Well,
and-
that's like
Yeah.
you. It's funny you mentioned the fucking middle school band thing because that's how I started, and I played tuba like fucking middle school band, and that's like why
You
I.
need to do that show.
And that's how I learned to read music. That's
Okay,
how I
so
learned.
you
to
can actually
I can read
read.
sheet and like
Okay.
everything, but it's like I didn't. It's like I didn't start singing. I didn't start with guitar. I didn't start with bass. I fucking started on drums.
That's sweet.
Me and him were in a band
Rhythm.
in high school that went nowhere. Like there's no recordings and like never made a song.
Well, I
Like,
met- he
it
just-
was like we could go to high school and like tell the girls in high school, look, we were in a band, and it was like that was like the whole point of it.
That was the only
That
point.
was the
of it.
only
Exactly.
point
We
of it.
talked. We didn't even play a show. We had like a half a song, and like just ideas.
And ideas. Yeah. So
But he
it
like
was-
showed up randomly to class one day. Like he just transferred schools or something.
Yeah.
And he was sitting like over in the corner, and we like looked like each other, like
Like
dressed the
identical.
same
Yeah.
hair, and I was like staring. I was like, I don't like that guy. And then he like the teachers like switched seats, and he sat in front of me, and then he like turns around, and he like looks at me, and goes, "You like punk rock?" I'm like, "Yeah, why?" And he's like, "I play drums. I'm like, "What is in the band?" I was like, "Oh, that's cool. You want to come over and hang out after school?" And then that's just how we became friends.
It's literally how it started.
Yeah.
And then there was like a whole thing in high school where like he ended up dropping out. So like I didn't see him for like 10 years
Yeah.
Oh wow.
of our lives.
He'd
And
be
then
going to school, and then he would like show up at my house at like.
I would just like come over to
2:45.
his house after schools and just like hang out with him. He wouldn't be like going to school or anything, but we would still be like keeping the relationship up and stuff like
I'd
that.
be sleeping in, and he'd be hitting my window with a rake.
Yeah, and I'd
I'm
be like,
"What
"Wake
the
up,
hell
bro!"
is that noise?
Yeah.
I look out, and Mitch's like, "Oh, what are they doing?" And then one day I walked out into the hallway out of my room to go to the bathroom, and he's walking up my stairs. I'm like, "How'd you get in?" He's like, "Oh, broken." And I'm like, "Well, all right, I guess we're hanging out right now."
Yeah, but it's just like, yeah, I mean, like, I was like, this friendship's important. I was like, I can't lose this. And I was like, even when we had our, like, hiatus, like, I didn't see him for 10 years. And
Yeah,
that's,
it was
like,
crazy.
so, like, I didn't, like, we no talk, no nothing. Like, but the dude lived around the corner from me. Like, he still lived in the same house and
Yeah,
stuff. And it was
nice.
just, like, but, like, I was like, you know, like, you get to that point in life where you'll stop talking to a buddy or a friend, and it's like, you guys go your separate ways. And you kind of almost accept that. But, like, I was, like, in the back of my mind, I was, like, living my life, and I would always be like, man, I miss that guy. And, like, shit like
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, when I came into the picture.
And then, like, and then, like, we met through, so his current girlfriend used to work at a bar in downtown Pontiac
Okay.
called Experimentation. And they would spin vinyl. They had Nintendo 64s and, like, stuff on the tables. And, like, every Thursday night they did open mics.
Yeah, I had a
And-
business in Pontiac for a little bit too, and I was going to the open mics, getting to know Julia. That's where I met Mitch eventually.
Yeah.
First time we played music together on a stage was at X. He played the cajon, and I did guitar, and our friend Luke, who booked the show.
What is a cajon?
It's
Where you
a
sit down on
box
the
drum
drum.
where you sit on
I
it
know, I know.
and stuff like
Yeah.
that. So we played like reggae covers.
It
Like
used to
in
be
this
Bongo
song,
Mitch.
yeah, and so like they all call me Bongo Mitch
Yeah,
because
that's when
like
he was,
that's
hippie.
that's when they all met me.
That's
Was like
great.
I was like in this phase of like being like this free spirit and like
Yeah.
being a hippie and shit.
Now you're Monster Jam.
And
Mitch.
That's the best.
and then like when we and then through getting to know him and stuff, and then like that bar ended up closing down and her ended up trying to find a new job.
Yeah.
she ran into like an old friend of his.
This is where it gets like weird.
And then
like,
it was like she
Got
literally just asked him for his number.
Yeah.
Just to be like, hey, let's just see if this guy's still around.
Yeah, because like the dude that she got the number from was like my best friend. Like we cooked together at all these restaurants for years, and then we eventually just like, I don't know, we just went and did our own thing, and he just randomly hit me up. He's like, "Hey, I give Julia your number," and I was like, "From high school?" And I'm like, "Holy shit!" And then she hit me up and sent a picture of like her and Mitch like waving to the camera. I was like, "That's so weird." And she's like, "Come play music with Mitch." And I'm like, "All right."
Literally how it started.
And it was so
like,
weird because like I was going through a really shitty part of life at that point.
and I was too, which is like really weird.
Yeah.
Like it was like I hadn't, like I was like searching for this thing that like.
Just feeling like empty about shit.
Yeah.
And like for like years. And just being tired of that, and then like that happening like started all this shit, which is so crazy.
Yeah.
Like over the course of like a week.
Yeah,
We
like,
were
everything
all
just
mostly,
completely
for the
changed.
most point, jobless or depressed to some degree,
Yeah.
and a giant friend group that we all just connected through. When he came in the picture, and I was hanging out with Mitch, and I was dating Julia, and hanging out with a friend Colin, we were doing musical chairs. Well, actually, the first time I saw you was at, you were in Julia's place,
Yeah.
and he was playing guitar, and I was lurking around, and I was like, damn, that guy's really good at guitar.
He was looking at me all weird. I thought he had a problem. I was like, I don't know this guy.
And I said this in my head. I was like, man, I hope that guy doesn't have an ego, because I'm about to stroke that ego. And we were just talking music, and those riffs were sick, and I instantly thought, like, man, I know exactly how to play drums to those riffs. Like, those patterns are fast and sharp, and it's like...
It was crazy. So I remember we were at Colin's house, and Mitch was on like drums.
Yeah, you guys want to do the high school project.
It was like
the
some.
pop punk.
It was more like skate punk.
We were
Yeah.
playing. All right, let's be honest. We were playing punk versions of Folsom.
Oh, yeah.
Well, because
And I
we
was
didn't know how to
singing
play
my
anything. We
guitar.
didn't
Yeah,
write
we
anything.
didn't. No one wrote anything, and
I
everyone
had-
just was like, we were like, all right, we're just gonna play covers. So like, I was on drums. He was on
He was on guitar,
and
He was
singing, and then he was on guitar as well.
Yeah, and like the song, it was just so fucking boring.
It was
Like,
us playing.
cool,
It was
but
us playing Folsom Prison Blues at
okay.
at like a
It was
like
just
a-
like a punk
yeah,
rockabilly
punk beat.
pace,
Yeah.
but
Doing like almost Nirvana
Yeah.
vocals on
they
it.
were trying to like write a song, like just fucking around jamming, and then like I was like, this is just like it wasn't clicking.
We wrote like a big Built to Spill song.
Yeah,
Yeah,
It
it
was-
was like slow, doomy, nothing fit.
yeah. And then like I was sitting on the couch afterwards, like just like playing my guitar really fast. And Neil's like, I want to drum to that. And then we like swapped. I'm playing like because I had a whole catalog of like songs that I wrote over the course of like 10 years.
Yeah, so like
And-
little did we know like the whole time that like no one has contacted Corey. He's just been sitting in his room creating this catalog of
Just-
like punk rock, like pop punk, like all of these different
All
songs,
sorts of shit.
and then just keeping them to himself.
And then
And like at least like
the whole year and a half before like we all met, like I was like writing all these like hardcore punk songs, and I had Mortal as Fuck in my phone. That was like the first song we played.
That is the first one you played. I knew
Yeah.
exactly what to do.
Yeah, it was so weird because like we immediately like he just knew what to do, and then Mitch grabbed the microphone. He's like, all loud, and I like my eyes got big.
We all looked at each other. What?
And I was like, can we please just be a hardcore punk band?
You told me that I played the drum beat different than actually how you imagined it in your head. Immortal as fuck.
Yeah, a little bit.
This was probably just playing like so fast or something.
It was going so, I remember one time we were playing like really fast. And we did it at the same exact time for a part in a song out of nowhere. Neil was like, and I was like doing the strumming shit, and I looked over at Neil, and he was like, "Oh my god!" And his like eyes got all big and stuff. And then
Like that's some of the stuff I would do though too. Like I would just sit there and it was like I wasn't even writing a song. I was just sitting there working on like strumming techniques.
yeah,
Like having that, because that's the thing. Like the music that I really like when I was coming up, I was the furthest thing from straight edge, but I really had this like draw to that straight edge style.
yeah, like the minor threat
Yeah.
Yeah.
chord
And,
progressions and weird
and,
strumming styles.
And I loved beat down. But then I was like, I would just sit there and practice just to teach my, not even like, there's no mission. I'm just sitting there trying to teach myself muscle memory of doing that really fast, but then having that upstroke and then mixed in.
It's so crazy.
Or that really quick, just little glitch.
It's like
exactly, and just teaching myself to do that, but and or just having like a little glitch, and then and then it takes back off,
Well, that's what I hear in his playing, and that's what I work on the drums. Because the song "Head in a Guillotine" for me resembles that.
Like I was watching.
I do like double strokes on that, and that's like learning technique, where it's like I can't just crush. You gotta have some technique. Is what I'm saying.
Well, that's what I mean. Like last night when I went behind the amp and was filming, I was like watching you, and I was like watching your feet and watching what your hands were doing. And I'm like, what the fuck, man?
Dude, he's crazy. Dude, it's like
yesterday.
It's like he's out of anyone, I would say Neil takes this the most seriously.
It was like
Nice.
It was amazing because I was sitting there watching him work the pedals, but it was like but in between that blast, he was hitting the snare. I'm like, how the fuck do you do that?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? While you're over here on the ride, your feet are doing this, and then in between, like literally in between the kick, he's hitting the snare.
He's like an octopus. He's multitasking.
Yeah, man.
See, what I tell people is
he's the spider,
spending
bro.
10 years in an action sport makes drumming feel way less stressful and physically demanding compared to what I was doing on a scooter.
Killing yourself.
Jumping off stair sets, hitting handrails.
Yeah.
It's like this, I can just drop a cymbal on my toe,
Oh my god, he almost cut his toe off.
Oh,
Which actually happened.
Show at the Sanctuary.
Our first show at the Sanctuary,
We practiced the night before. The biggest cymbal he has. He's like packing it up.
And he's like telling us to be careful while we're packing up. He's like,
make
sure you guys are careful. I'm gonna just set this here, and like kicks it with his knee or something, and it's like a 24-inch.
It was his bag.
Yeah, all the cymbals fell out of the bag.
And
I thought it was on the stand and it came down like a guillotine.
No, he dropped it like straight up and down. He like snipped his tendon on his toe.
His toe was just
the middle toe.
Yeah.
And he like dropped it, and he looks over at me, and he looks like he's so scared. He's like, "I'm okay."
Almost like a little kid that falls down. Looks at the parent.
He's like, I'm good, right? I'm good, right?
Exactly that. Yeah. And then Angel goes and takes his sock off. He's like, Jesus Christ!
And he starts laughing. Angel is like giggling. She was in shock, basically.
Me and Mitch are in the garage smoking, and then Angel comes down from like the bathroom upstairs, tending to him. She's like, I can see the bone.
Yeah, she's like, it's bad. It's
So-
really bad.
So it wasn't like Step Brothers where he's got the little scratch.
No, it was.
Whoa!
How was it?
No, and like, the dude, we had to make him go into fucking urgent care or the hospital.
Yeah,
He's like, I don't believe in hospitals.
He's like, I don't want to go in, and we're like, you have to go.
Do you believe in walking?
Yeah.
Like, that's what
And then he goes in, and they're like, your tendon's completely severed. Yeah.
It's not though. It's fine. I'm fine.
He's good to go though. Yeah, it's fine.
Well,
He
I
played the show
Yeah.
Yeah, the next day.
with the shoe.
It was stitched. I taped up my toes really tight, so it was like one big. Well, it was like a second big toe, basically. And I just played through it, and I would just raise my foot after the set and get all the blood out of it before it leaked.
Dude was sitting behind the merch table with his foot up on a stool, man.
But that's like the level of commitment I try to do with the drumming. It's like, action sports, hurting myself.
Yeah,
Like, I don't about it. Yeah, it's fine. Like, just deal with it. Your body's strong.
I remember like being, like 16, 17 years old, and like back then, I was a street skater, not like park street, like street.
Nice. Relatable.
And so, hitting rails, or like we used to have this, there was this abandoned McDonald's, and so we took all the parking blocks off the parking spots and made configurations out of it. And just like thinking back to like, just, hitting and, but then the board just kicking out and landing like this in the middle of my back, like that. But then just popping up and being like, mad.
Do it again.
Crazy.
Yeah.
Mad because I didn't land the trick.
The bones of like a toddler.
At that age, that would
Flexible.
hurt like a motherfucker.
But I mean, I still
we
kind
don't have
of.
that
Well, that
anymore,
was like, and I still try to kind of do that. Like when we're out on the patio and I threw that kick, and they're like, "Whoa, you can do that!"
Dude, he kicked so quickly.
And remember, I told you those are the dumbbells.
Oh, there they are. Because he did that, and me and Donnie went, "Whoa!"
Yeah,
That was a good kick.
where I still try to work on my balance and stay a little bit limber and
That's
Dude,
important.
That's why you gotta.
you
that's
know
why you gotta come,
I mean
come out of
nowadays
Monster Tire.
exactly
Come on, Mosh, it's
but it also helps me to be an efficient and good photographer because like when I'm up there I'm trying to work as hard as everybody. I'm trying to get the good angles and
It's a lot of work.
different angles, and you're putting a lot of times I'm in I'm like I might be on this leg's kicked out and I'm trying to if I'm
bending
not
down
I'm
to get
50 years
photos.
old, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
but I gotta
Low, get the good shots.
keep things greased, you know.
Try to do more than you use with your body.
Exactly.
I'm learning that slowly.
I made that mistake for years though, because I kept talking about action sports, and it's like I didn't go to the gym. Like I got disproportionate muscles and stuff. I'm trying to work on that. So at least I can do that. You guys can just get fucked up and not.
So
I had the easiest job.
how do you guys feel like last night? Obviously, last night was a very mixed bill.
Yes.
How do you guys feel about that type of stuff? Because that's kind of, I mean, if you look back I did 12 shows this year, and that's what I tried to accomplish. I didn't want people to come to shows and hear the same thing. It was like when I did that episode with Pete from Sick of It All, and we were talking about that. Where you go to a show and let's say Madball's headlining. You don't want the other 4 bands to be horrible versions of Madball. You know what I mean? You want some
Exactly.
to mix it up a little bit.
I mean,
You know what
I definitely like even in just from speaking from example on the shows that I've booked, like all of the shows that I think that we've booked and played like have all been like totally different bands.
Try to be open-minded.
Yeah.
It's cool to play
It's also-
to shows where it's all the same, but then like getting fans from other genres to experience something
Other
different is always
things.
really important.
That's the coolest thing
That's
about
what
it.
yesterday was.
Yeah.
I like when, I go to a hardcore show, and I think because it's so different nowadays. Like back in the day, if you went to a show and there were skinheads, metal and punk and hardcore
They wouldn't get along.
all in the same place,
Yeah.
it was a fucking riot.
Yeah.
It's like gang
It was
mentality.
a riot.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Because back then, that's the biggest thing too, is that you might see one of your favorite bands on a show, and it didn't matter who they were playing with. You just wanted to go to a show.
Yeah.
So it was almost like that was going to happen regardless.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? That you might see.
Also, you might not have a choice. Like your
You might
favorite
not have a
band
choice.
might be playing with
like
bands.
YAKSAW might be playing with whatever Testament and fucking Cockspur.
Yeah.
Just to give some examples, you got these different genres all going to the same venue, and you have to go because you know what? There's not going to be another show next weekend or Tuesday or It's
and
like,
now it's just like
now there's shows
there's
like
shows
all week.
There's shows Monday through Friday.
No, Monday
There's
through
Saturday,
Friday,
Sunday. There's 2 shows.
which is not a bad thing.
No.
It was
Yeah.
like it was like
Well, it's awesome because it's like it gives people so many opportunities to like be exposed to the culture, be exposed to the scene,
Yeah.
and then it's like it's a bug, man. Like you remember your first show, like the first time you got into a mosh pit, like holy fuck, like I remember like my first hardcore show was like back in like 2010, 2011. It was like Of Mice and Men, We Came as Romans, like Icy Stars, like totally like kind of along the same genre of like post-hardcore.
yeah.
But it's like first mosh pit I was ever in, and like I remember leaving that night and I was just like, when is the next show?
So
like
It's weird.
but what kind of environment was it? Like a push pit? Was it?
it was definitely push pit. There were definitely kids like swinging.
Okay.
Yeah. So, but
It
I
was
mean
a lot
like
more like push pitting back in the day.
a lot more push pitting, but it's like it was still accepted. Like people were still in there fucking swinging, like helicoptering.
It was
fucking doing all that
and
shit.
that was my thing. I remember like way back, being like, 16 years old,
Yeah.
and it was like when I first got into it, it was kind of like people were still doing like the pogo and kind of bouncing off each other.
You see a lot of like
yeah,
old
You know what I
people
mean?
doing
Yeah.
pogo
But
stuff.
and then it was just like like me and some of the bands that I was going to see. You had back then you had like the Beer Whores, and SPLC, Cold as Life, Negative Approach, of course. You know, so it was these different sounds, and they were a little bit more raw.
Yeah.
You know, and so different things started to evolve, and you had, it got a lot more. It was like we just collectively said, without saying it, we want something more violent.
Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I mean?
it's like.
It all depends. I was gonna say it's the music. It's like the music caused it. Like
that's like my whole reason for like I love getting like that reaction playing, like seeing people just go crazy.
You know what the coolest phenomenon is, though, and I explain this to, some of the people that I know that they're not in hardcore and they don't really understand it. But I'm like, so I'll put on a video and you see people just absolutely like just clobbering the fuck out of each other. But as soon as the music stops, everybody's just like,
They're like, everyone's giving each other
they're
hugs.
They're like, what the fuck just happened?
Dude, every time I show somebody that has no idea about that stuff,
And
they go,
that's
dude,
me.
if that happened to me, I would beat the shit
I said,
out
that's
of
me
somebody.
trying
out
to,
there.
that's me trying to prove to you that, these people are not just, they're friends. We're all friends.
Yeah.
You know?
It's like when you're a kid and you like
And it's a
wrestle with
release.
your brother or
It's
something.
a release.
There's a time and a place
Yeah.
for a lot of things like
Yeah.
that. It's
I mean, like, dude, you'll go to shows.
it is controlled chaos.
You'll go to
It is.
shows and you'll watch buddies talking to each other before the set.
And then like,
And then
the
you'll
music's
watch,
good.
and then you'll watch them kick the living shit out of each other. And then the set'll be over, and then they come back and they're like
Exactly.
talking like it's like fucking
Like,
nothing.
dude, you hit the shit out of my eye.
Yeah,
Like,
and the
oh,
dude's
bro.
like bleeding from his nose, and he's like, "Ah, dude, you smacked me in the nose. That was such a good song."
or
Does it look cool?
like people I know that are in, different lifestyles. And I'm like, what's the difference in that? Or, getting on a fucking field, putting on a fucking helmet and smashing each other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It means
What's
when you
different?
play is you're like, good shit.
Yeah,
Exactly.
I mean, like
I
even
said,
like
what's
when
the
you're
difference, what's the difference between that and playing football or playing some other violent sport?
hockey,
There-
yeah,
The venue.
None.
is
Zero. Except the culture that it's a derivative of.
Yeah.
Where you're looking at the way we're dressed, you're looking at the music, you're looking
yeah.
at
It's
that.
more
and you're
society's
"Ah."
more easily to accept that kind of stuff as opposed to when they
where,
see a
I mean,
bunch of crust punks walking out.
I
of a
played
venue.
I played football growing up, and I loved it because I loved the impact of
Yeah.
the violence. And,
Yeah.
so it was just
Someone
a
shouldn't take
transition.
that away from you just because they don't like it.
Well, it was like Jason Segel's character in SLC Punk.
Yeah.
He was like total polo glasses.
Yeah,
he's all
yeah,
nice,
yeah.
and then he gets in the pit, he just starts beating
Exactly.
the shit out
I think the first time I experienced that in particular was 2013, and I went to Reading, Pennsylvania to Reverb for my very first Tsunami Fest. And so we got there, first couple bands, I'm just getting a feel for the place, but there was like literally dudes out there and like those short Docker shorts and like a button-up polo shirt.
Yeah.
Like they were gonna go to the fucking tennis club, and drink fucking mimosas. And the music started, they started murdering people.
Yeah.
They just absolutely started
That's the
murdering
scariest person.
people. And so,
Yeah, dude. I mean, you see.
it was just to open my eyes to the progression where, we're getting further away from having a uniform.
Yeah.
No,
what I mean?
yeah.
Where there's all these different types of people coming together and just starting to see the different trends. Like, where like the fanny packs went away, but now people are wearing like a giant fanny pack that straps around their torso. You know what I mean? The first time I seen that was at 2014 at This Is Hardcore. I'm like, okay, so now they're just bigger, and now we put them around our torso.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It doesn't look as goofy when it's around the torso.
No.
But I mean, and have you guys are familiar with that band Vane?
Yeah,
A little
definitely. Yeah, the Windbreakers.
Yeah, so
Oh, okay,
2014.
yeah.
So I'm shooting, or no, 2017. I'm sorry, 2017. I got him. I went out to shoot. I was actually covering this hardcore, and it was like in between in the Vane. It was about probably 5 minutes before Vane was about to go on, and all of a sudden I'm looking around. I just start seeing all these fucking windbreakers coming from everywhere. I'm like. What the fuck is happening? I'm waiting for the bottles, Warriors. And it was absolutely the most insane thing I've ever seen. There was people that would literally put their hands like this and grab the other kid and
Just like launch them.
catapult him on stage. People would
my
run.
God.
This one dude got up on the far side of the stage, ran he waited till he got to an optimal speed. And then just did a front flip and landed flat on his back for no fucking apparent reason. Got up and then gained as much more speed as he could and just fucking flipped right into the crowd. And he took like 10 people. I'm just like, these motherfuckers are insane.
Yeah.
I love it.
Gnarly.
Yeah,
I love it.
And that's like, dude, that's crazy. It's like, that's like the music. It's like just the music. It's like people who just love the music that much. They love the scene.
Yeah.
They love everything like that. That band is about. The band wants you to go crazy. The band's putting in the energy on stage.
Everybody's there. And as a photographer, you know, there's such a deep and spiritual connection between the band and the crowd, which is why I shoot so much of the crowd.
Yeah.
I learned a lot of that from like wrestling.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Like straight up, it's literally wrestlers getting reaction from the crowd, feeding off each other.
You know,
It's like
you
wrestling would be nothing without the crowd.
Exactly.
You can tell when a band is on and when they're off,
Yeah.
just by what the crowd's doing. I mean, I've shot some of the same bands like 10 times. I'm like, what's going on today?
Yeah.
You know what I
Maybe like a
mean?
little off or something.
Yeah.
You know, and so that connection is really really important.
Yeah, because if you're having fun, they can feel that. They can sense that.
I think
And they
that's
start
like a
having
lot
fun.
of like
It's a cool back.
That's like why I love our band so much. It's like, dude, when we get on stage, fuck everything, bro.
Well,
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
literally just about the music. It's about having fun.
You know, it's no secret. You know, I'm a huge fan of Doubt It. You know?
Yeah.
I like their music, but also I like them as human beings.
Yeah.
And I love that. They're like we're a party band.
Yeah.
You know, we're not trying to get famous. We're a party band. We just want to have a good fucking time. You know, and I love that about them. And
It's like genuine.
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's what I look for. You
Yeah.
know,
Yeah.
I mean, perfect example. You know, I mean, like when I came out to that Pontiac show, I'm just like, at first I was like, I'm gonna go out there, then I have to drive all the way to fucking Detroit, and do I want to fucking do that?
Playing out the whole trip.
Because I'm fucking old. I was literally sitting here doing my GPS, like, okay, I'm gonna go there, and then how long is it gonna take me to get there?
Right.
But some told me to go, so I went out there, and I just, I showed up. I kind of got a feel for it. I was a little bit nostalgic, thinking back to, when we used to do shit like that, and and then I just started. I was talking to Mitch about it yesterday, and what really got me to stay was No Rails. I think No Rails opened that.
Dude,
But
I have nothing but
But
I
no-
love No Real
but-
so much.
when No Rails did the fucking Negative Approach cover, I was like, this is where I need to be right now,
Yeah.
obviously.
No, they're so-
I made a call and just said, I'm not going to make it.
They're
I'm not-
so young, and to have like those influences,
Yeah.
and to be able to like their music's fun.
I mean, I instantly felt connected. I instantly felt like this is, because it's not just the young guys that feel that. Us 50-year-old guys,
Oh, dude, that's
even though we've gone through and, quote unquote, paved the way for you guys, we still feel fucking weird.
Yeah.
We're like, it's like, I forget, somebody said something to me at that show. I'm like, yeah, try to be the creepy old fucking guy hanging out with all the young kids. Like,
Dude,
I don't want to be viewed as the fucking old guy still at keg parties. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no,
I get that. I will say though, however, every time we play out of town and we do a Negative Approach cover or our Agent Orange cover, there's always a 40 to 60-year-old man.
Someone with gray
who
hair runs up to the front.
Flies to the front of the stage, grabs the mic, and is then having the best time he's had
Actually, it's
in
that-
like the last
it's
40
that.
years of this dude's life.
Yeah.
And it is like the coolest fucking thing to see.
It's that connective tissue that we need.
Yeah.
And so, and that's what I mean. It doesn't need to be some huge kumbaya fucking moment where everybody in hardcore is like, oh, I love you, I want to be here. I wish it was more like back in the day where you could be in the same room with somebody you don't like and have a beef with and just fucking let it be, because we're all here for the same reason.
Mm-hmm.
So it's okay to be offended and have your feelings hurt. You're not going to get cancer.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, everybody's entitled to their own opinion.
Yeah.
Too, at the end of
That
the
is
day.
true.
Yeah, so stand with your opinions, I guess.
Yeah.
Just don't be
And that's
mean.
what I mean. I've had.
As long as you're not.
Just don't be mean, dude. That's
Oh,
like
yeah, that's
the
the way to get
biggest
yourself
thing
pushed
is
out.
just like, like whether you're in a band, whether you're a fan, whether you're a booking agent, whether you're a talent buyer, whether you're a fucking venue, Just be fucking nice.
The last thing we need is more bullshit in life.
Exactly.
You know what they say.
Just like, dude, everyone
That's what
deals.
gets me. That's what gets me is the whole reason. Majority, I think, one of the biggest things is all of us can agree that hardcore and music and going to these shows is our outlet from work, from fucking stress, from all
From
that
all
shit.
of the bullshit.
So
Yeah.
why
Gotta
are,
get away from it.
why are we trying to sabotage that?
Why are we bringing
Identity,
more
ego
bullshit? Yeah, why are we bringing bullshit
Yeah.
into the place that we
The
don't
bullshit
want?
that we're trying to escape from, why are we bringing it in?
Yeah.
You know, why are we bringing it into our culture? This is our escape.
Yeah, it's not supposed to be like high school shit. It's supposed to be fun. You know?
No.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's true.
But high school
bullshit.
never ends, bro.
But
No, it doesn't.
It's,
That's for sure.
it's also part of being human.
that is true.
You know,
Yeah.
That's like, I used to crack up all the time. And this is when I was young. Everybody's talking about, oh, I'm an anarchist. I'm like, oh, you're an anarchist? But you guys have this little group over here. Okay, so
That's like
anarchy,
contradicting.
anarchy is like, the lack of government, the lack of rules, the lack of anything. But you guys
Yeah, you're
now
making
have this
rules.
clique.
That becomes a government. They govern each
and,
other.
and so even though, exactly, even though there's like only 8 of you, one of you is in charge.
Yeah.
One of you is, it's
Unspoken agreement, like we all follow this guy
exactly.
because he knows more than we do, and he's like 2 years older than us.
So it's just,
Yeah. I mean, that's gonna happen everywhere.
Yeah, but that's also
mean,
like
it
really
happens-
young
it's
shit,
like, yeah.
too, But then there's some people that are older that still kind of act like.
and so
But
that's
a lot of
why
people that's what they want. They want chaos. A lot of people just invite chaos in their life because they have
do,
to
like
live
we
in it.
like we were talking about earlier.
Yeah, I
some
was like,
people,
dude, like when I was,
some people just don't know a different way.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It's just how
And
they're
it's
built.
scary. Change is fucking terrifying.
dude, it's the
Yeah.
worst.
You know what I mean?
Word.
The hardest thing, one of the hardest things for me to mentally comprehend, and I think it was more like intellectually I understood it,
Yeah,
but actually doing it was something altogether different. And that was, when someone told me you have to surrender to win, I'm like, what the fuck? I've done nothing my whole fucking life but
Yeah.
fight
yeah,
Yeah.
in one form or another, and now you're telling me I need to surrender to win.
yeah.
And,
Yeah,
so,
let go.
and so they just kept saying it. They just
Yeah.
kept planting seeds until one day, I hit a wall hard enough. I'm like, fuck, maybe I need to rethink this shit.
Mm.
Yeah.
Maybe there's and one of the most enlightening days of my life was when someone introduced me to the fact that I wasn't a victim.
Mm.
Yeah,
Meaning that if I traced these things in my life back far enough, I was going to find me and
At the start of it.
where I made the decision
Yeah.
that led to all these other bad decisions.
Yeah, man.
You,
You
know,
know,
A lot of-
you're your own biggest enemy a lot
Yeah.
of the times.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
You know,
and like a lot of that.
regardless of what my parents were doing, had I went to school, I probably wouldn't have been out in the streets. I probably wouldn't have got shot. Probably wouldn't have got addicted to drugs. Probably wouldn't have been selling drugs. Probably wouldn't have got this.
Mhm.
Because it was always somebody else's fault.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of it is like I mean, like me speaking from experience, like I had to hit that brick wall
Yeah. Oh fuck.
to like
man.
to wake up to realize
the wall.
that I had to
The
make
wall
a
had to
change.
fall on me.
No, exactly. Yeah, like yeah, dude, like
Keep hitting it hard enough, it's gonna topple over.
yeah,
eventually.
like I got like after high school, I got kicked out. I fucking ended up landed myself in rehab twice.
Yeah.
Like I've been through the whole ringer and shit,
Yeah.
and it's just like a lot of times people have to fucking hit that wall until they're willing to take responsibility and even just look at it.
And that was like a really
like-
that was a really troubling time too. Like I went to rehab for the first time at 16. And when it didn't work is when my parents, when it didn't work, my parents were like, that's when they were like, get the fuck out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that was a very troubling time mentally because now I wasn't ignorant.
Mm.
Now I knew what I had. Now I knew that I had a disease. Now I knew that so it's like I have all this new
When you're
information.
armed with the tools, yeah.
Exactly. Now I'm no longer a victim and I know what is going on. But, basically,
Other side of your brain
don't
is
know-
tricking you.
I can't control what happens after I take the drink.
Mhm.
But how do I not take the drink? Because I'm fucking addicted.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like I had to learn the living part.
Yeah.
Like I tell people now, like that thing I put up the other day, my addiction doesn't start with, oh, let's have a beer. It starts with chaos. It starts with
Mhm.
the way I start thinking, the things I start doing.
Yeah.
It's like this premeditation,
So steps that lead you to take that.
Yeah.
as it, the alcohol is like the very end, the very last thing that happens,
Mm.
Yeah.
But then after I take that drink, forget it. I'll throw a bowling ball through your fucking window. You know, you know, and that's another thing. You know, I mean, it's always around this time of the year. You know, I mean, you got the holidays. I start to see more people dealing with that.
Yeah. Get the winter blues, man.
You know, either people that are you know, trying to find a way out of addiction, or struggling with their sobriety, or, you know, mentally, you know, things of that nature. And you know, so it's like, you know, I always want to. I'll start to put more posts up about my sobriety. You know, about everything I did. You know, and
it helps people
exactly.
just to know that people can get through it.
I want people to experience what I experienced, which was hearing my story and my life come out of somebody else's mouth.
Yep. Because then you're like, I'm not alone.
Like
the minute you know you're not alone, it makes it a lot easier in life. Man.
Even if
that's like why hardcore is so fucking cool, man.
Yeah.
Because you run into a lot of motherfuckers who are just like you.
You know, or it might, and it might give that person at least enough courage to tell somebody, hey, you know what? I understand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's crazy to see when we're playing Life Sucks and Then You Die, everyone's screaming that in the microphone, having the best time of their life.
Exactly.
Dude, I wrote that at work.
Yeah.
Smoking a cigarette.
You know, where, I mean, even like everything, you know, everything I'm going through, like me and my wife are going through right now. It's like, you know, some days are harder than others, but it's like, you know, you just figure it out.
Yeah.
You know, mentally, and that's a great thing. Like she doesn't like hardcore at all. Our connection with music is really hip hop.
Oh,
you know, we're both old hip hop heads.
Nice.
But you know, everything she's going through, and it's like the thing that helps me to be so supportive to her is she's not mean.
Yeah.
Like everything she goes through, she's not a shitty person. She doesn't take it out on me. She doesn't take it out on the world. She doesn't, you know, she's not a bitter person.
Yeah.
You know,
you're more willing to help.
You know, so it's easier. It makes it easier. You want to help.
Yeah.
You know, as
You
opposed
don't
to
want to
some,
give yourself to people that
you know,
don't deserve it.
as opposed to, you know, taking care of a family member who's like always fucking pissed off, you know, because their life is shitty for whatever reason.
Yeah.
You know, so, and, but I would show her all that stuff, like, you know, people that were helping with the GoFundMe, or people that were just, you know, trying to help in some way. And, you know, to her it was amazing because she didn't even know these people. She's like, who are these people?
Yeah.
And so that's when I tell people another reason I've been a part of this fucking culture for 36 years. Because even if it's not my GoFundMe, you always see a GoFundMe, or you always see somebody trying to help somebody else.
Or someone's van
you know,
broke down on tour and someone's just trying to help them get to, a show. Yeah. There's a lot of like camaraderie. And a lot of,
so it's
everyone looks out for each other here. That's why it's like, you know, everyone's just gotta be nice, man.
Or like when Patch's brother got in that car accident.
Yeah, like one of our bros, like, dude, like a fan of ours, like who just like he drove to Cleveland.
Dude,
the first time we played Cleveland, he drove 3 hours to Cleveland and then worked at 7 a.m. the next day.
Yeah, we looked over the door and he's like,
and he's walking in buying a ticket.
First, I'm like, what the hell? He's here? That's crazy.
Yeah.
And it's like, but it's like, it just shows that like, dude, like we see that shit.
Yeah.
Like,
well, that's important.
Yeah.
To like all of us, because that's just like, I don't know, it's just love, you know.
Yeah.
As cheesy as it sounds, that's all love.
It is. It is in our own, you know, sometimes dysfunctional way. You know,
it's our very fucked up way of showing it.
Yeah.
But
It's like
well, that's
we
the
beat each other
reality.
up.
It's when we're beating each other up, it shows we love each other.
Not only is hardcore like a self-policing culture, but it's also, you know, we take care of our own.
Yeah.
Definitely.
You know, and it's good
Rather than numbers.
Exactly. It's good to see that on a daily basis, because I watch the feeds. I watch the stories, seeing who's sharing whose stuff, watching for new bands coming out. You know, I was really excited about Slice. Because
Really cool, yeah.
I talk to Safi, you know, every now and then, you know, because she was actually going to start doing flyers for me and stuff like that. And you know, there was kind of like, I would kind of just like nudge her every once in a while, like, you know, are you guys going to start a band or what? And then finally it came out.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So I love seeing stuff like that. I love seeing like the little glimpses of it, and then, or like Hard Count. I've been trying to get you know,
Those dudes
Joey
have needed to
talking
be in
Joey,
a
I'm like,
band.
are you guys done yet? You got a record? You guys gonna do a show? When you guys doing a show? When you guys doing a show?
Yeah.
And then finally I came out. You know, I get so excited, and I love that at 50 years old, I still get that excited about hardcore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. That shows
You know
that
what
you.
I mean?
It's really
Yeah,
cool,
yeah,
and it's like really cool to
fuck
see
with
like
it.
people that you've seen at shows over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Finally,
Or
pull
like
that
last
trigger.
night.
Yeah, finally
Oh,
pull that
that's
trigger.
Have fun.
Last night to be able to fucking share stage with you guys and do it with a song, you know, with that, you know, with an old ass song.
Oh,
You know
yeah.
what I
Yeah.
mean, it was just
Well, that was like I was talking to him this morning. I was like, dude, we had 2 generations of
that was
hardcore.
amazing.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
cool.
Yeah,
You
it was,
bring them together.
we had
My
his
dad
dad
was so
and
excited
you.
to sing G.G. Allen.
It was like
He was so excited.
So excited.
yeah. So it's just like I mean, like for us, it's just fun.
Yeah.
Like anyone I can get in on this shit, man, and let them feel it.
I even
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
rather
it's
than
just
exclude like
Yeah, it's
you.
like, dude,
my
I'm-
dad used to play shows all the time, you
Yeah.
know. So what would I do? Play his
Yeah.
drum set on stage and not let him get up there?
Yeah,
Like,
really
no, no,
embarrassed
get
me,
up
Dad.
there.
I even
Insane.
caught myself like last night because there's you know, being that it was a mixed crowd.
Yeah.
I didn't know that it was an office, like a company party.
yeah, Christmas
I
party.
didn't know until we got there.
Yeah,
So
exactly.
I seen like some of the people dancing to the music, and you know that human part of me is just like, you goofy motherfuckers. And I'm just like, I mentally slapped myself and said, they're having fun. Shut the fuck up.
Yeah.
That's the whole
Both those
point.
statements are true, though.
Exactly.
Yeah.
they were goofy as fuck, but they were having a really good time.
That's
you
the
know?
thing, man. Like,
And that's the mean.
I love
you know,
that.
And that's the mean. I always, you know, I'm very good about taking my own inventory.
Yeah.
I'm very good
That's
about
good.
making sure that, like I put up a post about 2 weeks ago, and it was something to the effect of, you know, it was very satirical, and I know me, I can be very offensive. You know what I mean? And so. I ended up talking about the post with somebody I knew who wasn't gonna bullshit me.
Oh yeah.
Like, why did, you know, because at first I'm like, okay, I can see why people got a little bit pissed off, but why the fuck are they, you know? He's like, well, this, and this, and this, and this. I'm like, yeah, you're right. Fuck. You know what I mean?
Well, a true friend will call you out.
I was
Exactly.
gonna say, yeah.
I
You
want
gotta
to be
surround you.
I want to be surrounded by people that
We're
will
gonna
tell
call
me
you out.
Tell me the fucking truth.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, yeah. Those are people that care about you for real.
Yeah.
Exactly. I don't want yes men. I don't want people who
For real.
will sit there and, you know, let me walk around with a booger stuck to my face.
That was
Yeah.
always my thing. Like, don't let me talk to people with food in my teeth if you've seen it all day.
Yeah.
You can be my homie and tell me
You know,
that.
and
Like,
I
you
think-
got a little shit right here. Thanks, bro. Now it's not there
Here,
anymore
let me get it.
because you spoke up.
You know what I mean? If I'm being an asshole, I want people to, you know, look, you're kind of being a dick right now.
Rather go-
You know what I mean?
Yeah, rather than going around talking shit behind your back, it's
Yeah.
like,
I can definitely do that. I feel like I'm notorious for that
Yeah.
on tours and like day of shows.
Oh, he gets
I
so
get
spicy.
into like these modes
So spicy.
and like, but I mean like it's like I definitely like I'll get through that and then I'll recognize I'm like, fuck, I was a fucking asshole.
Yeah, I'll walk up to
I
him,
get
pat
it.
him on the shoulder, and be like, "Hey, chill the fuck out." He's like, "Don't touch me right now."
Yeah, it's just like, but and it's like, and then I'll come to the guys afterwards and I'm like, hey, I'm sorry, you know, I just
Yeah.
like I care, like I just like I do care a lot, which is like why I get like that, but it's just like I
like-
do end up being a dick.
I
I
most
like
of the time
fucking
I'm
with you
not.
though.
Yeah,
Like, you look so cool right now, all pissed off. Bro.
like my wife was like I won't even tell her, but she knows when I'm getting ready to shoot a show.
Yeah.
Like she feels the energy change.
yeah.
Yeah, it's like a
You know what I mean?
game face.
And she's like, oh, were you going to shoot a show tonight? I'm like, oh, I thought I told you. She's like, no, but I can tell.
smell
Or-
I can smell it.
Or there's the other side of that, where you need to go fucking shoot a show.
Yeah.
Because you're making me fucking nuts.
Yeah, definitely.
there's always
weird,
that
man.
pre-show headspace. I
You
get
know what
quiet.
I mean? Because
didn't
they're,
realize
you know,
it.
the stress of the week or the stress of the day or whatever. She's like,
Yeah.
why don't
It
you?
had-
And she gives me
Yeah.
that face like, why don't you go to a show, honey?
Yeah. It had been a minute, like
I
need
fucking
it.
stab
it
you.
was definitely like last night. I think for all of us, it was needed. It had
Yeah.
been a
Oh my
long,
God.
it had been a long time since like I think we had even.
I mean, it was
practiced,
great.
so
It was
like,
great
cool.
just being there, but the amount of energy that I expelled in that, you know, minute and a half, 2 minutes being on stage
Dude,
was
it's the
just.
best. It's literally, it's.
It was
it's
just.
so
it was like
addicting.
this purge, you know? And I like left there. I left there like.
Dude, if
That's
I
how I
can,
feel every
I
time
can
I
tell you
play.
right now, these dudes, like, when they put me on the mic, they did such a service for me, as in,
Yeah.
like, it's such a therapy for me to be able to do this.
therapy.
I get
to go
very
fast.
angry.
But then,
Like
like,
I work construction all week and shit. I fucking get angry.
But then,
as
like
hell.
in the beginning, when I first grabbed the mic, I was like, I did the first, verse with you,
Yeah.
and then in my mind, I'm like, motherfucker, this is not your stage. You're sharing the stage. So
Dude.
that's when I pointed at you and like, I'm just gonna do the chorus.
Dude, get up in it.
You know?
I love it. I was
It's fun,
fucking.
man.
I told his dad got up there last night, and when he started doing the bite at you scum, I was like, he hit the third verse, and I was like, this is his stage.
Yeah.
I was like, I gotta stick.
It's
I
this
gotta
golden
He's been
moment.
listening
gotta
to
take
it as
a
long as
step
you've been
back.
alive.
Yeah,
That's what I'm
straight
saying,
up,
man. Like,
Yeah.
and like his dad's been nothing but a support
Yeah.
since the very
it's
beginning
crazy.
of the band.
And it was
I
like
mean, it's all his gear.
Yeah, like
Like,
he
for the most
like
part.
literally everything that we've like the first demo we recorded was in the basement. We used his. It's literally his drum set.
Mm-hmm.
It's
Yeah.
like,
And then the Marshall.
and then
now,
like
and-
his brother has helped out. Like we've had countless like equipment issues that his brother has let us use his Mesa.
To take it all the way to
like,
Cleveland.
and we
Yeah.
we've taken it to Cleveland. We've taken it like literally on tour.
and
and,
he's
like-
just being supportive about it.
And they're
Yeah,
literally
nice.
just letting us do it because they enjoy the music and they love the
There's a
band.
lot of
That's amazing.
inspiration that's been feeding because I'm not trying to take credit for it, but for a while there, I feel like everyone in my family kind of was just playing instruments on their own, and I was like, "Come on, let's jam, let's play music together, let's play music
Where
together."
everybody's like in their own rooms. Blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
They're
like, the
hey,
idea of
let's bring it
jamming
out
was
here
so
to.
hard. Yeah. So, but then I played in some bands. Like, the guys were jerks. They didn't turn out to be good people. And then
Who was it? Someone the other day, was like, "Are you ever gonna, get back?" I'm like, "Fuck no, I'm not getting back in a band at 50 years old."
it's hard to find the right people.
Fuck no.
Yeah, they're gonna be
No,
all
it's
weird.
like being married to 4 dudes.
I can tell you that's exactly what this is like, man.
And that's what I was trying to say.
Yeah.
There's a lot of motivation and support behind everyone involved in what's
Yeah.
going on nowadays.
That's a lot,
and I feel
yeah.
like
I mean, a lot of it just being like to anyone that's listening that fucking wants to be in a band, it's all about communication.
Just fucking do it.
communication is huge.
It is
yes.
so fucking huge, man. You
say your
cannot-
interests.
Yeah.
Tell us what you think about songs and how you feel. Me and Corey, when
Everyone's-
YAKSAW was starting, we were jamming a song. We practiced without Mitch, and changed the structure and wrote it a bit. And when Mitch came
Dude, they
back for next
totally,
practice, he
like-
was so mad. You were
Well, that-
like
Oh,
holding
no, I
yourself
remember. That was
back.
for Dumb.
Yeah, you're
The song Dumb. That
where we
didn't
speed
do.
up and you were like trying to sing, and then by the time you were still singing, we were like switching to the next part. And we're like, what the fuck? And like you walked out of the room, and you're like, guys, I don't know what you're doing. Like, you wrote this without me. I learned a lesson that day. I was like,
It
wow,
was
we're
really-
actually
yeah,
like
man,
a
it's
band.
crazy.
Yeah.
I'm in a band
Yeah.
with people that actually know what they want for
It's
once.
kind of like having
Yeah.
this whole conversation, and then he walks in the room, and he's like, "What the fuck are you guys talking
Yeah,
about?"
where is it?
And
at
we're
this?
speaking poo poo pee pee.
It is crazy though because like I think YAKSAW is like such a unique thing is because he has his own thing, he has his own thing. Angel has her own thing, and I have my own.
And we
thing.
all get
and,
what we want out of it.
and we all get what we want. It's not like anyone's being like, no, I want you to do this.
So each person's
I
the
want-
missing piece for what we
It's like
individually
it's like
want.
it's like
It's kinda
everything
like-
comes together. It's not like we put it all together.
Exactly.
It's like
It's-
everything just comes together.
It's like me and my
fruition.
wife. Me and my wife both have OCD, but they're like they're offset just enough that it works.
Yeah.
Oh, it's
So
supposed
you-
to organize life then.
So you guys are like all offset. Just that's what I feel
Yeah.
like when a band or any kind of collaboration comes together. It's because everybody is offset just enough that it all fucking fits.
Yeah, rather than being in a band with someone where the singer's like, I run the show, I'm gonna be so famous, and the drummer's like, man, I can't wait to get laid. It's like, we're all like, man, I can't wait to shred. Like,
Yeah, like
we love our
literally
lives,
anytime
this is
someone
cool.
hits us up to just play a show.
And the bass
Whether
player's like,
yeah.
"Why doesn't anybody love me?"
Literally kiss.
Yeah.
a little more focused on just the task of having fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I can't believe that it's taken me this long to ask this fucking question. Where did the fucking name come from?
Oh, that was me.
It's
I was like trying to think of a cool band name. Like I didn't want it to be. I wanted it to be like super simple, like one word. Because some bands have like really long.
Corey's really specific about really weird things.
It's really
So,
Like,
going
The
on.
so-
excavation disorder.
Yeah, like I was laying in bed and
Yeah.
like it was one of those weird
the
movie
logo, the names of the songs,
The concept. He's
the
kind of the
concept.
creative direction.
Like he's the
for it.
creative direction
Yeah.
behind this.
So what is YAKSAW? Like
Well, yeah,
just
like
the word YAKSAW.
me and my cousin and my buddy, we used to play like the wrestling game a lot. and we would like name our tag team Yaktown's Finest.
Okay. Oh, okay.
So
okay,
like it was
okay,
like
okay.
Yak is short for Pontiac.
Yeah.
And then just
Saw. We
it
buzzed like
just
a
sounds
saw.
so gnarly, like
Yeah, so-
hacksaw, chainsaw, and I was like,
Yeah.
Yaksaw. I know, like I sat up in bed, I was like, Yaksaw. And like grabbed my phone and like put it in my notes, and I was like, I'm going to bed.
And then he drew it on a piece of tissue or something, the logo.
It was on my little doodle pad, and I was fucking with it for so long, it was driving me nuts, and then one day it just like happened. I was like, triangles, A's, X's.
It's like that movie Beautiful Mind. He's just got all the everything's just flying through his head.
I gotta give Will a little bit of credit though for the logo because he did do the triangles, and I thought that was like the coolest idea.
Yeah, our buddy.
So then I like made it all weird looking.
Oh,
Put
nice.
X's in the middle.
I would have to say that our buddy Will is probably our biggest fan.
Dude, he was
He was-
almost responsible for a lot of things in Yaksaw. Like,
He is, I'd say.
dude, I worked with Will for 3 years. The first 2 years we worked in the warehouse.
Is Will the guy that was there last night?
He wasn't there last
No,
night.
Will
Oh,
wasn't. Will's been on a lot of our shows.
Yeah, you've seen a lot of videos, acting
yeah.
crazy. And
We
stuff.
brought him to Ohio.
Yeah, he
was,
did come to Ohio with us the first time.
Our first show with just us in Colin's basement, Will showed up with a white t-shirt where he spray painted Yaksaw on it.
Yeah,
And like got a
on
mosh
both
pit
sides all
going.
big.
Like he was so hyped on the band before he even heard us or met us.
It
Yeah.
was
or
it was
anything.
nuts. Like, yeah, like I worked with him for 3 years. The 2 years in the warehouse, like I always loved like punk rock and all different types of just rock in general, and punk and stuff. But he turned into like my hardcore punk rock Mr. Miyagi
Okay.
because he was like a couple years older than me. So like we just talked about G.G. Allen for an entire summer. And then like I was outside smoking a cigarette and he walked up and said something and, like I already have like tinnitus, so like I didn't hear what he said. Like, did you just say mortal as fuck? And then all of a sudden that became a song. It's like little tiny things he's responsible for that I don't like to tell him because he's gonna be like, but no, he's a true homie.
No, dude,
he's always
yeah,
fucked
Will-
with the band really hard.
He's been there for us through a lot of shit. Like he helps us. Like every time he's at a show, he helps us with gear. He helps us. Like he'll watch the van. He'll watch He'll watch merch.
He'll help people out.
He'll help.
pass
He'll
out
literally
or
help
trouble
people
and-
out at shows. Like at the one skate park show.
Oh my God, Patches
our
got
one
knocked
buddy
out.
got knocked out.
Will comes
Clean
out of the
knocked
crowd.
out, and like
Smoke.
we have like
Wait,
he just
is he a big dude?
no small guy.
Okay.
The guy
Patches
who
is
got
a
knocked
small
out.
guy.
Patches is a
Small
guy,
guy.
small guy. Big guy knocked him out though.
Okay.
But yeah, he comes to like bring a limp little kid over to the back of the van.
He sits him down. He's like,
He
"Drink
sets him
water."
down and he's like, drink water, and then he comes back to. He's like, get me in there, and
He
like
goes right back
he
to the
just
pit.
goes
He
right back
literally-
into the
He
pit.
moved the water, says, "I don't want water. I just want to go back in."
Yeah,
Patches and Will.
There's some
Marley.
characters.
yeah. We have, I think,
Yeah, Marley too.
all of our fans. I love all of our fans.
Mm.
And we've had like the coolest thing is like since we've become a band, we've had people that have supported us. And like we see all the time. Like
Yeah.
we
Yeah,
have the
it's cool.
same
They
people
become
that come
friends.
to every shows.
You know,
They're
A lot of
they're
friends.
like literally they're like our friends now.
it's
And
crazy.
it's like some of the coolest things. Like and like I could say like I've met so many new people through doing this.
Yeah.
Past two
And
shows were
made
just
so many
friends.
new friends. Like
Yeah.
we've met through doing us doing this and
Well, it's like the goofy Saw's family shit. Like it really is. You know?
it is a fucking
Saw's
family.
family.
It's corny, but like it's true.
There's a
I
reason
said
it's
that
in
to
the
Daniel
music.
yesterday.
Yeah.
My brother
and the movie,
Lowe's.
but I mean, yeah.
He was like, "Thanks for getting me on the show and stuff." I was like, "Hey, brother, you know, Saw's family."
Saw's family, man.
Oh, it makes sense. I was like, "Yeah, we got you." Like,
All right, let's take a quick break,
Alright.
and then when we come back, I want to talk about like like this
Upcoming
kind of stuff.
bands.
Like all the upcoming bands, like
Oh, cool.
you know what trends we're seeing, you know things like that. I just
Ooh, trends. Two-step.
I love two steps.
Everyone two-step. More two-step. That's a new trend. Any photons exist.
Oh my God, have you guys ever heard of a band, Seaweed?
No, that
Check them out.
sounds sick.
Check them out. They're amazing.
Oh yeah.
Well, I was listening to Phil Collins.
Good old
Rush
Phil
was the
Collins.
first band I ever saw live on like a big stage.
Rush, really?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
Real
Rush,
pert.
Rush is crazy, man. My dad loves Rush.
Really?
It's like his favorite band of all time.
Neil, this
Nice.
is your vibe.
So wait for the right after this. you're gonna feel it and hear the guitar just kind of slowly fucking take off.
I like this. Oh, this is drunk Corey pacing his room at like age 25. This is good.
This whole album is fantastic.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, here it comes. Yeah.
And you can hear the momentum start to.
It gives me Alkaline Trio.
Yes.
Yeah.
Alkaline Trio.
Dude,
I love
yes.
Alkaline Trio so much.
We're going. I want to go see them.
It's like every once in a
They're playing
while.
with Homefront, or they played with Homefront somewhere.
Yeah.
I thought that was cool.
Every once in a while, I'll put up a seaweed post. I'll be like, "Is there any other? Am I the only fan still?"
Yeah, that was pretty
I don't know what it was about that band, but they just, it was like, like 1996, 97 when I found the Suicide Machines, and I was just like,
Oh yeah.
I fucking love this. Because it wasn't like ska. There was like some punk mixed in.
Yeah,
and,
exactly.
you know what I mean? Where I liked ska, but like even when I was like 8 years old and like MTV first came out and like Madness and like the specials were on MTV, and I was like,
yeah.
I didn't even know what the fuck ska was,
It was
or
so
reggae
different,
or
yeah.
rock steady, none of it. But I was
Yeah.
just like, oh, yeah, I want to go to your house,
Yeah.
our house,
Yeah, this is cool music, man.
But
It's fun.
yeah. So just getting back into like a lot of the bands I support. Some of the bands I support, are not just because of their music, but who they are as human beings.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. A lot of times that comes out in the music too.
Yeah.
Exactly, because let's be realistic. Sometimes, even our friends, it's like, I don't really like that music, but I fucking love them.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
You want to show them the
Exactly.
love and everything. Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't like everybody's music. It's just part of life.
Yeah.
I think we're all like that.
Yeah, and that's
but
just different tastes in general.
when you have good fucking human beings, that you want to be around and you want to support it.
Yeah.
You
And
know
then
what I mean?
sometimes you'll start liking their music because
Exactly.
of it, It's crazy.
And it was kind of like that was like one of the big things, like like with like even Dead Hang, it's like they came to me, they didn't have a demo, nothing.
Yeah.
What do we laugh at?
He was laughing
I'm
at
just
me.
looking at him.
Oh.
No. What are you
I feel
laughing
like it's a
at?
thing, and I'm just trying to act like I know, but I feel like I don't.
And they didn't, but I seen what they were doing. I seen that they were, posting about their music, the drive behind it, and so I didn't care. I didn't care if they had a demo. I didn't care if you, had any of that stuff, And they made this statement like, thanks for taking a gamble on us. And to me, it's not a gamble. It's like, because it's not me. It's not about me. I'm trying to again put something out there for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
A lot of
And at
people
that
will
time, I just
listen to
happened to be the vessel for it.
Yeah,
Mm.
and you're watching someone show initiative.
Yeah.
So it's like why not give someone that platform?
Exactly.
That
Dude, a
chance?
great feeling
That-
is when people support what you're doing.
Yeah.
Like that's just
That was like self-absorbed too. I'm like, I seen like their little videos that they were putting up, 6, 7 months ago, and
They
I'm
have
just like,
great. Yeah, they're
I'm
great
like
at
these.
promotion.
They have I seen the passion. I seen the passion. I
Yeah.
seen the drive. I seen the want.
they have like an image for their music.
Exactly.
A whole thing. They're an awesome band.
And then I
Yeah.
met them, and then I met both of them, and I was just like, these are people I want to support in
Yeah.
any way that I can.
Yeah.
Whether it's sharing their shit, putting them on a show, getting them hooked up with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
Exactly.
somebody I might know in the industry, and I'm like, you need to take a look at them.
That's a band too. That's like
Yeah.
every time I see them, they just keep getting better.
Better and better and
Yeah,
better.
it's
you
cool
know?
to see progression in bands like that.
Yeah, it's also cool to see like bands like Unabomb, No Rails,
Love
like
Unabomb.
both. Okay, so Unabomb just got a bassist, which is awesome to see. And then
No
you get
Rails
to-
just got a
and
bassist.
then No Rails just got a bassist.
Because it wasn't
which
no
is
ra-
awesome
no
to see.
rails. Was
No
what,
Rails
what,
was
a
a
two-piece.
two-piece.
Yeah.
So now we got a
That's
three
crazy.
3-piece, and then now Unabomb's a 4-piece.
Yeah.
And it's like really cool because you're like watching, like in Unabomb's case, you're like watching like members be able to like shine.
Yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
it's like you see like a vocalist that's held back by the fact that they're playing bass.
Well, that was like my whole thing when we first started was like, it was like a weird ego thing where before like we all started playing music together, like when I was writing songs, I was like, I can't picture somebody else singing my songs,
Yeah.
like my lyrics and stuff. So you have to like push that aside, so that like I can focus on guitar, like shine in that, and then he can shine just screaming like an animal. You know, and like we have our strengths combined together to make like this weird monster.
Yeah.
And it's,
Well, you don't want to give a good
cool.
song that you worked on to someone that you don't even know if you can trust.
Yeah, that was the
Realistically.
thing
Exactly.
too. And then like as soon as that first night when we jammed together and Mitch grabs the mic, he's like, "Oh." I'm like, oh, that's it. Like
That was like
Yeah.
Love Loss. When I seen Love Loss for the first time, I seen Love Loss at 10 for 10.
Mm-hmm.
And at that time, they were a three-piece where Eric was playing drums and singing.
Yeah.
And then I seen them, I'm going to say like a month later, and they had found they had a whole different lineup.
Yeah.
And so Eric was out. Oh, they found Micah. Micah took over drums.
Okay.
And so then Eric was out front. I'm like, what's going on here?
Yeah.
But like you were just talking about, you know, to see the difference in Eric coming out from behind the kit and singing it gave the whole band a new presence.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
mm-hmm.
Because
Exactly.
That's why I
Yeah.
get stoked on bands that like get new members, like a bass player.
yeah,
Because like now you can hear what their music, what they hear.
What they hear in their head,
yeah,
like when they're making their music, it's
Yeah.
like
and
Like
and
no rails
full-
with a bass player out of nowhere,
yeah.
yeah.
and like
Their
you
bass
just hear
player
the
is phenomenal.
songs.
I will say this: their bass player is phenomenal. Like he'll just whipping Primus on stage. Like yeah, like
It's crazy.
it's great. To
Like
see.
I got like so happy. For
And
them,
those-
like, hear that, you know.
I can't say enough good stuff about No Rails. Those guys are the best.
I told them I was like, you guys are our little brothers now.
Yeah.
Like you don't have a say in it.
Yeah, I was telling you last night. I was like, if we get famous, we don't care. We're literally just gonna make No Rails famous.
Yeah.
That's it. That's all we want. That's all I want in life.
Have you guys seen Barefaced yet? Oh yeah,
Yeah, we played
they
with
played
them.
that show.
They're great.
It was interesting, you know, when they did that show for me. It wasn't the Hood Show. Was it the Hood Show? Maybe it wasn't. No. It was the 917, the Dogs of War show. And they got put on last minute, so I didn't expect a lot. You know what I mean? They were just, you know, they were friends with Eli from Fiend the Champ, another great band.
I played with them.
And so just sitting out front and talking with them. So what they did was kind of like what you guys were describing earlier, where the guitar, I think it was the guitarist, and I forget there was two people, and for one whole year all they did was write music.
Yeah.
And then when they were done writing music, they brought other people in to introduce them to their ideas.
Almost what we did.
Yeah.
You know
Basically.
what I mean? They sat and wrote everything, and then brought other musicians in and said, okay, this is what we're... So it's like they formulated their idea, built their foundation, and then found people that fit that foundation.
Yeah,
I felt
rather
like that
than
was
jumping the
really
gun.
important.
Rather than getting a bunch of guys together and it's a bunch of fucking chaos.
No, I want to
Yeah.
sing.
It can work, but it's. I love the idea of having an image in your head, a sound in your head, and just like the whole packaged idea of like just the theme of it,
Yeah.
and then plugging members into that can also like throw.
So I respect your creative direction, because I learned, to push my ego aside, that my creative direction isn't always organized. It's kind of just like go with the flow, like fail and learn.
That's me.
That's a way to learn.
That's why I think a lot of people sometimes have a hard time working with me, because everything is very chaotic until it comes to that fucking head.
Yeah.
Yes,
know.
and I reached a point where I was able to just let someone that had a concept run with it and assist it. As I was in this position with my scooter shop where I was running an entire business by myself.
Yeah.
Obnoxious. It's just so nice.
Exactly.
Yeah, it's so nice to be with people that have a concept. It's like, oh my god, you think for yourself. Like, dude, I'm so impressed by you. I will help you on
Well,
that
it was like
thing.
the first couple times we jammed. Like I showed you my phone. I had like 4 or 5 songs. And I was
Well, it
like,
was
these
the
are
time
the
after we
songs.
jammed, after we discovered.
Yeah.
Because, yeah, the fact that you wrote them down, remembered them, and had more written to it because you meditated on it.
Yeah.
That was so impressive.
Yeah,
I
you
was,
were
I
like-
was amazed.
So you wrote the songs? You're like, cool.
It's like, I know what to do. I'm the drummer. Like,
I don't have
I'm
to
here
do
to
anything.
assist what you're working with here.
But then it becomes a thing where like, yeah, I might have wrote the first like 5 songs that we had, but after that it becomes a thing of like we're all assisting each other.
yeah.
And that's
Because
when
at
you
that
feel the
point it was like everyone got it. Everyone was like, we understand what YAKSAW is.
And that's like
And
the
it was
foundation
like,
thing.
and that was the foundation. So it was like, we have these 5 songs. And then like, we all came together and like, we all, like,
You start
me.
to get a feel for each
Yeah.
other. You start to trust one another.
Yeah.
You start to communicate better, and then next thing
Your
you know,
timing on your songs get better. You get tighter.
That's why it was
Everyone
so
starts trusting each other when
you
it
start to
comes to
feel
playing.
comfortable contributing.
Yep.
Yeah. If you understand what it is, you know what to add.
Yeah. Like it all started as a bass thing, and then like, then you have Angel coming to practice and being like, I added this to this song.
And
Check
then she's
it out.
adding octaves
And it's like,
strings
and
stuff.
she's
It's
like
it's
adding
amazing.
octaves and stuff. And then, or I'm coming to the practice and I'm like throwing little touches into songs, like
Yeah, now it becomes
throwing
a
a
thing.
blech there or like this there and like stuff like that, and it just accents it a little bit. And then Neil comes in and is like throwing new fills in and like stuff like that.
When we went to the
So it's
studio,
just like, and it's all came in time. So it's like,
I
we
had
didn't
all
just
the
all
fills.
show up and just start
Exactly.
throwing all of our
Yeah.
stuff in at once. It's like, we all came, learned what the band was about, learned about each other, learned how to play with each other, learned how to jam with each other,
Yeah.
became friends. And then like, and then we were like, all right, let's start making music.
friends learning,
Like,
not friends
yeah.
using.
Yeah.
Because we all come from experience from beforehand. At least I did too. Because, you know, there's just a way to approach things, and it's like, gotta be friends first off. You gotta be able to get along, and you said
Exactly.
communicate earlier.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then just kind of have a concept of what's going on.
Don't just assume things. Don't just go in
Yes.
like, don't just like be like assuming that someone's gonna do something, or like assuming that they understand where you're coming
Exactly.
from.
Yeah.
It's like, it's always better just to be like, here's what's up.
Mm.
Here's how I'm feeling. This is like what's going on in my fucked up brain.
Yeah.
Like, help me out. Is this right? Am I right about this? Or like, do we need to like cut common ground and like figure out a way to like deal with this shit that's bothering me and like stuff like that. So it's
It's
just
weird
like-
in a way we push it all to the side because it's nice to push like the energy away. Because even if we're all frustrated with one another, something's gonna be said sooner or later that's gonna make us laugh.
Yeah,
Just
yeah,
not
true.
care about what happened.
It's
It's
so
like, all right,
goofy.
yeah. Like, let's move
yeah,
on
because
from that.
none of
Like,
us can be serious for that long.
Yeah. Yeah, straight
Yeah.
up.
I get jittery, especially when I see a drum set, dude. It's like, come on, let's go.
I want to play for 50 minutes.
Please.
Literally, yeah. Like some practices, it'll be like I get home from work at like 7:00, and then like I show up to practice, and then like he's ready to go for like
You're
2
like-
hours
He's like
straight.
the little kid's like, Dad's home.
I'm
we
like,
can play all night."
I'm like, we are doing these songs twice, and then I'm getting in my car and I'm going home.
Yeah.
Like,
I know,
And
I'm
it's
like,
just
want
like-
right after practice.
Yeah.
Well,
So
it's
it's
cool. Like we do, I do love writing. Like, it's cool now because we'll go like halfsies on lyrics now, and like I hate my job. Like you got frustrated because we were like structuring it for so long, and it was so different than how we like wrote other songs.
Yes, it was a different approach to that song, but after I listened to the song, we played it at a few shows, and like, this song's actually amazing. It was just weird to have a song come together in 20 minutes or 30, and we only played it like 2 or 3 times. We actually were writing it on a whiteboard, like the structure. I'm like, this isn't punk. What the fuck is this? But it turned out like it was just a different approach because instead of like needing just to crush through the song and expend all this energy, we were probably just playing it back in our head
Yeah.
and actually just playing it in our head rather than actually playing the instrument.
Yeah.
But that's after, you know, a year and a half of doing
It's cool to like see different songs have different processes and outcomes and shit.
Hot Wheels.
I mean,
people
yeah,
that
I
know
was
this,
like-
Hot Wheels was written over the phone and
Yeah.
talked about, and then during the
Our
first
show.
Our
show
first
where
show.
Will wore the shirt with the YAKSAW spray painted.
we
We
played
just
that.
went it for
we
it.
played
We're like,
that
we'll do the
live.
verse, chorus. Here's the riff. Send me over the phone. I was like, all right, yeah, that makes sense. That's the like squeak. That's where I do the toms. And then we were like, yeah, we'll go to like a breakdown after we're playing. You know, we'll go through that and then just try a breakdown.
Well, it was cool.
Or
'cause,
you
like,
accidentally didn't stop, and then it just led to the breakdown.
That was the part that had the guillotine at the Halloween show. We were supposed to stop, and all of a sudden I like kept.
Oh,
going.
that too. Hot Wheels was written the same way. That a whole outro to Heading to Guillotine was written like on accident as
It's like
well.
Bob Ross with happy little accidents.
Yeah, like,
It's
we'll
like,
be
you
at
should've
we'll be at a
stopped.
show, and then our fuck up turns into a new part we're writing into the
Exactly.
song.
You know what
it's
that
like,
is? It's your subconscious just telling you like, yeah,
It's
this
not
song
over
was
yet.
not over yet. It's too short.
I'm still hungry.
But yeah, Hot
30
Wheels
seconds
was
is
Hot
short.
Wheels is a funny thing because it's definitely a lot of people's favorite song, but it's like
Written so quickly.
it was like
sporadically.
literally
It was
like
spontaneous.
it was like if this works, it's gonna be cool.
Because he pulled me aside, like,
And
as
then
we were,
it's
like,
like-
setting up. He's like, look what I'm gonna do for this.
Yeah,
This is what
and
I
it's,
wrote.
I said, I wrote this on the way here. I'm in my car.
Yeah.
Isn't it
Like
video?
it's like,
Is that video on YouTube of us doing that?
Yeah.
yeah, there's
Yeah.
yeah,
It's like one of the first videos on the YouTube.
Yeah.
That's like Hot Wheels being written
yeah.
in the moment.
Which was crazy.
That's pretty
That
special.
song used to be faster, faster.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
faster, faster. Whereas a concept where every part of the song would just have like a faster drum part or faster, stronger.
It would just get
part.
faster and faster.
And that's that obsession with just going fast. Like, shit, I just want to go fast. Come on.
That was the best part.
I didn't like
Me and
that.
you didn't have like people to play fast with before.
Yeah.
So we met each other
These
like, how
two
fast
are-
can we go?
So we just wanted to get it out.
These two feed each other crazily. It's weird.
I can go faster now than all the YAKSAW songs that have been written, and I'm getting very excited to do something.
Our last
even
practice,
faster.
our last practice, he like goes into like our song "Violent Vices," and he's like double time. He's like,
Like, slow
"Da-da-da-da."
down.
I'm
Yeah.
looking at him on the mic, like screaming. I'm like, "Fucking Jesus, dude!"
His face is getting redder and redder because he's like running out of breath.
I'm like killing you on accident. Oh my god. This is so fun.
Dude, I have a broken rib and you're going faster?
You're crazy, dude.
It's crazy though.
It's a lot of
just
fun,
that energy.
I mean, like, yeah. At the end of the day, like, the reason we all chose to do this is because it was fun and it was an
Exactly.
escape from.
Yeah. That's how it
Like
all
we
should
all
be.
we all have, you know, shitty things we deal with on our day to day.
Yeah.
Like I fucking crawl, I crawl
Yeah.
around in attics and crawl spaces.
Yeah.
He deals with kitchens. You deal with your business.
I hate
Like
the government.
yeah.
That
It's
damn
just like-
government.
Yeah.
And like
Pesky.
at the end of the day, I mean, like, dude, you get to look forward to like Tuesdays getting off work and like going home and
And when the band
Yeah.
came together, I said it
putting
was at
some music together.
yeah, it was at a pretty low time in life, I'd say, but
Yeah,
you know,
all
we
of
all
us
put our
were-
egos aside. It was not like, oh, I'm validating myself so hard. I'm in a band. I'm so fucking cool. You know, I need this. I need to push people away because I need to let them know I'm cooler than them.
We're all,
It's
I
like,
mean,
nah,
dude,
fuck
we're all a
that.
bunch of weirdos at the end of the day.
Yeah,
And like we just want to hang out with a whole like a bunch of other weirdos.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's nice getting all the
Exactly,
weirdos in
yeah.
one room together.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Just
Oh,
being
you
weird.
playing a band? You're weird. Let's play a show together. We're down. What's up?
Yeah, it's cool.
And then you make a bunch of friends.
I was gonna say we have so many now. Like I love all our weirdo friends.
So it's cool going to like random shows, or like even big shows, and then just seeing like
Seeing
other
people
bands
you know.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah.
You run into people all the time now. Like it's the
Exactly.
best
Some shows
part.
just feel like a big old like
Family reunion.
reunion.
Yeah.
It's nuts.
Yeah.
It's a good feeling though.
I mean, like even like that show that was just announced for January at the Voodoo House for Seth's birthday.
Yeah,
Like
that show I'm pumped for.
it's like
It's a basement.
Cemetery Girl,
Sick.
That's
YAKSAW,
sick.
No Refuge, Bad Egg.
That's where I seen. That's the first time I seen Tribe.
Yeah.
yeah, at
Sure.
Voodoo
Yeah.
House,
Yeah.
yeah. But like it's just like, and even that show, that class of 2023, that was like
Stacked.
it was like stacked with just like all of the friends in the
Yeah.
scene who have decided to all come together,
Yeah.
make a band, and like just like contribute,
Mhm.
Exactly.
which is like the coolest thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is only the class of 23. That's right.
Yeah.
Wow.
So like
That's a
now,
lot of
and it's
bands.
like 2023 isn't even over, and now you still have new bands coming
my
out.
God.
Like
4 or 5.
you have Hard
six.
Count, you have Slice, you have what was the one you said earlier?
Barefaced.
Barefaced, dude. But like, it's like
I mean,
we're
I-
coming
I-
up to the end of 2023, and there are still new bands
I
coming
had
out.
like.
Yeah.
I think people should do
So
more
2024.
large get-togethers.
That's
yeah,
what. Yeah.
Those are fun.
Larger
I'm
DIY
definitely.
get-togethers.
I'm looking forward to this summer. Like, I have a lot of interesting things in my head about skate parks.
We got a plan right now.
Yeah.
Literally.
Mm.
Yeah. So I got my first event January 20th. I was thinking about having potentially some bands. And then skate park shows are always cool because the DIY stuff was so successful. And that was a long time coming. We tried to do a DIY show last year, but mixing a scooter shop, action sports, in with music, it's complicated because sometimes skaters, scooter riders, BMXers don't really care about rain, but like musicians, there's like, oh my god, there's a 5% chance of rain, guys. We gotta
Yeah,
cancel.
everybody's sweating.
Like, and it happens a lot, and that's fine.
It does
but-
happen. I mean, it just happened. Our last the show that Bareface.
God, it's
Yeah.
gonna rain.
Yeah,
It's
like
gonna rain.
it's
Yeah.
gonna rain. It's not gonna rain. It is gonna rain. It's not gonna rain.
So it's definitely like
Up to the last minute when you're planning stuff like that, and especially like when you have bands like Grudge and Friendly from Cleveland.
Yes.
Who are coming in? It's like
You
you
want
have
their
to.
stuff to get
You want to
rained
make
on.
sure that they're still gonna have a time. They're still gonna make some money.
Yeah.
They're gonna walk away, and it's
Have
just
fun.
like, yeah,
Man.
we made the right call on that one.
There's also indoor spaces for DIY stuff, because indoor parks would be cool, but that's always rough sometimes, depending
there's
on
what
what the
I
business
mean-
expects out of people.
I want to
Yeah.
plug Red Run skate
Yeah,
shop.
they've been doing stuff. That's
Those
really
guys
cool.
have definitely been stepping up and like becoming a huge part.
We'll get stuff like that in on DIY shows and skate park shows.
Yeah.
It'd be
And like
destructive.
definitely like blacklist provisions. Like John out there is like definitely a lifesaver.
Yeah,
Love
that
that
was a
guy.
cool show. He could.
He definitely
do a lot
like
with
came
that.
through. And it's cool to see like after we played there that show, like he had like a couple more people hit him up to like come to him
Have
and do
shows.
stuff.
That's
so it
cool.
was like it's cool to see that. You want to like promote places.
Yeah, I feel like next year though there needs to be a good mix of a little bit of coordination and a little bit of sentiment. Like can't
I
be over
like-
planned, over clicky, but like we gotta be a little focused on like we can't have where bands that could and should play together end up playing two separate shows on the same day. Like it's fine. There's a lot of different genres. Like we played a mixed genre. There was a 10 for 10 yesterday. That's a healthy mix. We know all the bands, but I still want to play with
That's
them.
what it was.
You know?
Yeah.
Beard Crumb. I get like every day I get like new bands like just
Bang bang.
adding
bang,
me,
bang.
adding me
Yeah.
in them.
Yeah.
So that was the one that added me today. They're called Beard Crumbs.
Weird grums, nice.
I love
Well, yeah.
some band names. They're so goofy sometimes.
I get where I just want, like you guys are talking about, these bigger events where you just like that. The one at Bishop Park was so much fun.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That was a double whammy of
And
it.
it was great too because it's like all the people that were skating ended up at the show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was cool.
Yeah, and then you had people who came for the show who then grabbed a skateboard and
Yeah.
started skating.
There were people I've had that I've known for 10 years that were there that said this was awesome. I've never seen
It
music
was
like this
amazing.
live.
I mean,
Yeah.
And to hear that is bizarre, and I'm glad that I was able to expose some
you
people
know what I mean?
to it.
That whole
Mhm.
fucking area was packed with people fucking moving.
Yeah.
That was
Yeah.
the craziest part. Like you look out and there's just people sitting on the ramp, standing on the
Yeah.
ramp.
They're
There's-
just trying to watch and see what's
It was
going
amazing
on.
to
That
be
was
able to get
huge.
shots of like bands playing with like somebody
in the
doing
background.
a backside air off that fucking ramp that went up to the building
Yeah.
and back down.
That
I
was
just
sick.
saw footage of that. My friend sent
It
me
was like
on
all
the camera, me
my
drumming.
favorite things
It was
in one
bad.
place.
Yeah,
You know what I
it's,
mean?
it's cool,
Yes. Graffiti, action sports.
Fucking graffiti, people
Barbecue.
on skateboards, barbecue, fucking music.
man.
Sun.
And hiding in the bushes with all our grills and equipment.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was a great
I think
show.
realistically, probably like the only shows I'm gonna book. Like I'm gonna do my birthday show, but that's about it. It's just I don't want to be financially responsible for things anymore. That last show I did,
Oh,
So
tell me about it.
It's definitely.
Fury,
I
the Fury-
definitely. Yeah.
Fury
I mean,
5 show. I'm making payments.
Yeah.
Shows have been costing me money too. It's annoying,
I'm
but
making payments.
Yeah, you broke. I mean, like when we were on tour, his snare stand broke.
it was an extra $100 and
Yeah.
then driving a
So, I
car,
mean,
getting the
like-
hotel. But here's the thing: I made it my birthday weekend because it was like we're going out there. It's my birthday. We're playing shows. It's like screw it. Even making money or not, we're getting a hotel on
Yeah,
the
it's-
lake. We're chilling on the
That
lake.
that
at
was
night.
my goal. My goal with all of it was for it to just pay for itself.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That's all.
That's how we try to do it.
And
but
where-
it doesn't.
where-
It was
end
a
up that way
vacation.
a lot.
Exactly. And
Yeah.
where my life is right now, I just don't have that extra. I don't have that extra resource I had a year ago.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
It was like punk rock doesn't pay the bills, man.
No, it doesn't.
Yeah, but it's a weird lifestyle, realistically, when you think about it. Because I've always been in the lifestyle things. I still like my normal life, but like some people make a lot of money because they sell their souls to work, and then
Yeah.
they
I
pay
can't do
money to go on vacation.
And nobody has understood that about me. Where, I want enough to exist and have a little bit more, but I still want to be able to have a life.
Yeah.
That's why like music is cool. Because like I explained that to Angel, my sister, the bassist. Like she was kind of liked going to clubs and stuff, and she really liked music. But I was trying to explain to her like you should just play shows with us. Like You're VIP. You're the DJ. You're the one who gets paid to come party and gets to be on stage. You're not paying $10 to go watch a DJ spin.
And sometimes you
in
get
plastic.
paid beer.
Yeah.
Think about
And
it.
she was so sold on it. It's like, yeah, it's, you know, it's not like paying to have fun. It's like, it's a little bit of a, in between, a healthier outlet where you get to express yourself and be a part of something.
And people are excited to have you there, which is like the cool thing.
Be more
it's
involved.
Like, it's like people like when like we went to Muskegon and Kalamazoo and like did that whole thing. It was like
That was just a vacation.
yeah.
Yeah,
It was like
for real.
It was like it's our chance to get away from our shit and go and just like have fun with a bunch of people that we don't know.
Record stores. I went to
Yeah,
the
we
skate park
go-
for a minute. Like, yeah, it was great.
You make like a whole you make a thing out of it.
Yeah.
Like it's like we're a little fucked up family like going on vacation.
That was like a circus, right?
We all go out to breakfast and like yeah.
YAKSAW.
And people look at you weird when you walk into the Daily Diner in like
Yes.
some little town in Ohio, and like you're all like in black and band tees and like shit, and like you come and sit down, and everyone's looking at you, and they're like, "Where the
Man,
fuck are these?"
That
guys?"
diner we went to in Muskegon or Kalamazoo.
That had the best omelet and
South Haven. It was in South Haven.
Oh, South Haven.
Yeah.
Oh my
Right
god,
in
it
Lake
was
Michigan.
so.
Oh yeah, that was the
Good,
best
bro.
Right
breakfast
out
I've
Lake
had.
Michigan.
Yeah, that's where the hotel was. So in between the shows, it was great.
The whole staff looked like they were from like an '80s movie.
Seriously.
It was crazy and like, oh my god, this is
And
so
then we
good. I
went
want
and
this
got
so bad right
donuts.
now.
I forget it. I was watching this comedian the other day. God, I forget her name. Anyway, she booked some shows up in the UP.
Yeah.
She's like, the best way I can describe the people that live in the Upper Peninsula of Michigan are feral.
Feral.
I have a lot of friends from the UP.
She's like, feral.
Would you describe Jesse as feral?
Katie's Jesse?
Yeah,
Oh man.
the mustache.
If he wasn't clean cut, yeah.
Yeah,
He's a gentle bear from the woods.
he is a gentle bear.
He hates the government too.
It was funny. Yeah, like so we had a lot of like our show last night was a lot of like more of our like personal friends.
Yeah.
Who all
Yeah.
came out just to support us as like because they're awesome. And
And it's close to home.
and it's close to home. That's like the coolest thing about us playing in Pine.
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
weird. It was actually closer to go there than it was to go to Detroit.
I mean like I will speak for myself, but I think I would play the Pike Room every single time
Yeah.
if I could.
Pike
That's-
Room's
yeah.
I mean, the venue itself is only 11 miles from me, but it's all back roads, so that's
Yeah.
why
Oh,
it took
okay.
the extra.
All the
Yeah.
lakes.
Yeah,
All of the
all
lakes.
exactly.
Yeah.
all
Oh
the-
man, yeah, you're
Going
always
through Kego Harbor. yeah.
Exactly. So
Curves.
I mean, it's
Those
actually
are the
only
best
it's actually
roads.
only 11 miles from here, but I mean, yeah. So it was and I had a really good time last night.
It was the
Yeah,
most.
yeah.
It was the least hardcore show.
Exactly.
Yeah,
It was
it
exposing people to hardcore that haven't seen it or have only like seen it once.
I mean, it was cool. Yeah, I mean, like those people who probably have never seen that got to experience like what happens at some of
And
these
you could
fucking
tell
They got
crazy
excited.
shows. Yeah, we're like,
And that was like a great thing about it and that's why when I was sitting at the bar, I'm like, these people are really digging it, but it's like they almost didn't know how to dig it.
yeah.
You know what I mean? They're like, we like it, and we're moving, and our bodies are doing things, but we don't know. Like,
it wasn't a single crowd kill.
exactly.
It's like people in the '50s when like rock and roll came out, they're just like gyrating and like shimmying and stuff. Like nobody
Their
knew
whole
what
bodies
to do.
just moving.
It's like it's doing something to me. I just don't know what it is. You see those videos? They're so funny.
Oh shit!
that's good.
Exactly what it
The
was like.
music is.
They just look insane. Their shirts are coming untucked and they're just shaking. It's
Not
like
untucked.
toddlers when you put on heavy metal and they just start moving around.
Or the parrot, the cockatoo when they put
Yeah.
on let the bodies hit the floor. He's like.
Doing the head swing at like cool parts.
Birds like music, I heard. I mean, they know how to sing a little bit. But I was telling you yesterday, there were birds that heard Mortal as fuck. And they were like chirping and like banging their heads to it.
Or was it Hot Wheels?
That was Hot Wheels.
Where is this?
He was telling me, he's like, the birds like our music and they also like classical music.
Yeah, so Mark showed some birds Hot Wheels. And the owner was like, the guy who owned the birds was like, oh, they only like classical music. They get scared with metal. And then he put on Hot Wheels, and the birds were just chirping and headbanging, like freaking out. They were actually, he said they were chirping to the squeaks.
Where is this?
That's so cool.
Friend's house in Detroit.
So
So
we
like,
got bird fans.
yeah, I was gonna
Bird
say we got
fans, man.
birds as fans now. This is crazy. Even though they're government drones, so that's fine.
All right, guys, we gotta
Sounds good, man.
start to wrap it up a little bit. So, is there anything you guys want to add in closing?
Oh,
Just like
Saw his family.
just saw his family, but
2024.
2024 going into it, yeah. What? Just don't lose momentum to like anyone.
Yeah.
Any bands, any fans, don't like. There's gonna be so much.
Yeah.
There's gonna be so many shows.
Don't
There's
Don't
gonna
be
be
scared
so.
to talk.
There's gonna be so many festivals, yeah. And don't be like when you go to shows, like if you're the only one there, or if you're with your friends, meet
Yeah.
new people.
Well, don't get like discouraged if you have a show where like 10 people maybe show up because we've.
That's
had that.
true to like bands, yeah. Like if you like, let's say like you book like to new bands who are booking DIY stuff.
Mm-hmm.
If you book a show and 10 people show up, play to those 10 people.
Yeah, dude.
Like
That's
there
pretty
is
good.
150 people in that
Exactly.
crowd.
Yeah, you know, just
And you know
have
what?
fun with it. Go
Those
for it.
people are gonna have a fucking blast,
Mhm.
and you know what they're gonna do? They're gonna just go tell all of their friends about it, and how fucking shitty it was that they missed it.
That's
Yeah.
And
more
they're gonna
important than
all
an
be at the
Instagram
next
video.
show, and it's
Mhm.
just gonna keep repeating itself and repeating itself and repeating itself. Just don't lose like. It's like, dude, yeah, like we played shows to 10 people.
How many
Yeah.
shows we played this
We
year?
played-
Probably 40 almost.
Yeah,
Oh wow.
Yeah.
but like,
Holy shit.
yeah, it's a lot.
and it's like we played in Grand Rapids to 10 people,
Yeah, like 10 teenagers.
10 teenagers.
And, but there's like
And
4 of them up front just going crazy headbanging and just
And,
having
like,
fun.
Those 10 teenagers and that show was the first show we all signed autographs to one kid
Yeah.
who took a drumstick home and
Yeah,
a
sign the
T-shirt,
drumstick.
who was more excited about it than
They
like, a lot of people.
I signed a Saw this year.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. He did.
That was
they just
goofy.
announced
That was funny.
10 for 10 too. So
Yeah,
got 10 for 10. I know. I think January 6th or something like that.
yeah.
But yeah, I mean, even some of my shows were like that. You know, where I think that one where my God, what was that band from LA? The band that came in from LA, and it was the floor show I did at Sanctuary.
Wow.
Besides the bands, I think there was like 10 or 15 people there. But I mean, I kind of already knew that. But
Yeah.
it was like they were coming through. They needed a gig, so you just do it.
Mhm.
There was no. I mean, the whole show was based around helping this band that I didn't even know. I've never even met these people, but
Yeah.
they needed a gig. We were coming through. We put it together, and here's some gas money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, because that's what it's about.
Mhm.
Yeah,
Dude,
just gotta
it's
be
all-
realistic about your interests. If you enjoy playing music and you're not counting numbers and needing to justify your ego, you're gonna do fine. You're gonna have
Yeah.
fun.
Yeah.
Because when you start caring way too much about numbers and money,
That's what
your
I love.
attitude
Followers,
changes, your
yeah.
writing style
And that's
changes.
what I
It
love.
becomes a business.
That's what I love about Jim Davey from Poison Tongues.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably one of the most humble motherfuckers I've ever met in my life, and he's the least PC person I know.
Yeah.
But he's one of the best human beings I've ever met in my life, and he's always about that. No ego ever. He loves to play music. He loves hardcore. He loves being a part of it. And that's what I wish we could adopt more. I just.
I said to start planning big for next year. Stay.
I mean,
communicate
just
with
like-
people know that someone might have a show planned for July, and so did you, and be like, okay, what can we do with this? Like, play together, play around it. As long as you're
Yeah.
talking to people that are cool, and the only way to find that out is
Yeah,
by
dude. I mean, like if you
staying
have if there's
optimistic and
another
hanging out.
show on the same day as your show, promote that show too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I share
Like,
everybody's shit.
yeah.
Even people that, that's what I mean. My ego rarely ever gets. I mean, I'm human. Sometimes I get a little bit, fucking, spiteful. I'm like, yeah, fuck you. I'm not sharing your shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm fucking human.
Yeah.
But if you ever watch my stories and stuff like that, I try to share everybody's shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Even
Well, and like even like that, but like with how much shit is coming out,
Because-
it's hard.
because
Dude,
then,
it's hard to share everyone's
Exactly,
shit. Like it's
but
like
then
you have
how-
a band that comes out like today, and then you have 3 bands that come out tomorrow, and then another band the next day.
That's why we
and
need
it's-
bigger shows because
And that's
everyone's
exactly right.
in
Yeah.
the crowd is about to be in a band, so everyone in the crowd can just start taking their turns on stage. Like, shit,
You'll always have the
man.
same amount of people because
Someone's
those
got
4
the-
people will just rotate.
Yeah, I mean, like,
Yeah, that too.
Yeah.
Someone's gonna have to sacrifice a drum set.
but yeah, I mean, like, look to like booking like bigger shows.
Mm.
I mean, obviously, but like, obviously that's hard to do.
Yeah.
Well, 10 for
But
10,
that's
I think,
why
is a good
everyone needs
example.
that's why everyone needs to kind of work together. But even like the DIY stuff, you can make a huge DIY event. However, you all need to communicate. You all need to come at it together. It can't just all rely on like one person.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that was,
One person's gonna have to
That
make
was
sure
fucking rough.
everyone's
Yeah.
that was
communicating.
rough.
Well, big thing too is like you have to be like grateful for the people you're with, the whole
Yeah.
community of people that come and see you and support you. The fact that you even get to play
That's
your
why-
music for people.
that's
The,
why-
the fact that you get to go to some of your favorite bands like
Yes.
right down the street, like Detroit's great for that. Like you get to like, dude. I mean, like we saw Gel, we saw who else did we see this year?
Joe was sick.
Gel,
Meet those
Zulu,
people.
Whole dude, so many bands.
Tsunami, Drain. Dude, like seriously,
It's
like,
hard to
so
even, like,
many,
name
so
everything.
many big bands come through Detroit.
Yeah.
It's just like,
Because it's on the map of hardcore, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Because a lot of bands, realistically, skip Detroit and they either go to
Well, it's out of the way a lot of the
Columbus or Grand Rapids.
yeah,
So it's like when we were talking hardcore touring bands, they're always popping north.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's nice to see.
Thing is too is like punk rock and hardcore, like it's given me like a place and like a home for real.
Yeah.
Like when you feel lost and shit, and then like just out of nowhere, old friends hit you up, and all of a sudden you're part of a scene. You know all these people that just show you love, and then you show them love.
For being who you are,
Yeah,
which
and
is
that's
the coolest part.
a crazy feeling that like I never thought I'd get to experience.
All the patience and pain was worth it.
Yeah,
There's
for
a
real.
reason why people keep coming back to shows.
Well, it's like you said, like going through all that shitty stuff, you know, like hard stuff, it builds who you are now.
Yeah.
You know,
Do
you
you
can't become a good person without realizing that you're a shitty person.
Yeah.
sometimes.
Or
Failing all the
getting
time.
your nose clapped in the fucking pit.
Or headbutting
Yeah.
your guitar player's headstock.
Yeah, or